Welcome, Summoner. Are you ready to embark on the journey to discover the strongest summoner within the Americas? SWC2019 will be in Los Angeles, California. This year, the rules have changed for SWC mode. When facing the opponent, players won't be able to pre-ban the same monster consecutively, so prepare for unpredictable matches and results. Now, let's talk about the journey these players will take to become America's strongest summoner. First, there will be an online qualification. The first trial will be online preliminaries, where 18 players from Season 8 and 9 will compete, but only 14 players will advance. Additionally, 2 skilled summoners from SWC 2018 will join the fight. A total of 16 summoners will compete fearlessly for the America's Cup. To be part of these elite players, I better step up my game. Next, let's go to where the real battles take place, the group stage. The returning players from 2018 and the winners of Season 8 and 9 will be split into 4 different groups, A, B, C, and D. Each group will then compete every Saturday, starting July 20th, where 2 of the best summoners in each group will advance to the America's Cup for a total of 8 summoners. And finally, on August 31st, 2019, the War of the Gods will begin. A total of 8 summoners will compete fearlessly for the America's Cup. The 2 summoners will be sent to Paris for the World Championship and have the chance to claim the title of becoming the best summoner in the world. Who will prevail and who will be defeated? So get ready and don't miss your chance to be part of Summoner's War History.
Hello everyone and welcome to SWC 2019 America's Cup Group Stage A. My name is Evan and I'm your host today, and I am once again joined by Stoic and Make It a Bud. How are you guys?
Doing good.
Doing excellent.
Awesome. Glad to have you guys here. So we got 4 of the top players here today for a total of 5 matches. Let's go ahead and take a look at the tournament format. Here's the overview of what we're dealing with today. So unlike the 14 matches that we had last week, we're going to be having a total of 5 matches. And these 4 players are all competing to be the 2 that move on to America's Cup on August 31st. The rest of the group stages are happening every Saturday at this same time, same place, so I hope to see you back here again next Saturday. These players are competing for a slice of the $20,000 prize pool at the America's Cup and hopefully a $140,000 prize pool at the World Championship. Name of the game mode is SWC2019, and that means, again, that players can't consecutively pre-ban the same monster in between rounds. So expect to see a lot of diversity in the pick ban phase because they're going to have to confront their fears eventually. Now here comes a closer look at the group stage. We're just dealing with Group Stage A today, and that consists of drmzjoseph from last year's America's Cup, Thompsin, Invictus, and FALLPANDA, who we all saw at the preliminaries last week. Coming up after this is the bracket. And we're starting with drmzjoseph and FALLPANDA, and then Thompsin and Invictus after that. We're going to have a total of 5 matches with the 2 winners of today moving on to the America's Cup. So now that we've seen the format and the players, let's get to know them a little bit better through their player profiles. So Make It a Bud, what do we know about drmzjoseph?
Well, we know he is the winner of last year's America's Cup, so expect to see a lot of great plays from him. We also know that he relies a lot on a very bruisery type of lineup, so we'll see a lot of Dianas, possibly a lot of Pernas. We know he loves his Sierra and his Water Monkey, so we'll see a lot of those great units, smart ban pick coming out, Joseph.
And hopefully a few more monsters than last year, and here's his opponent, FALLPANDA. Stoic, what do we know about FALLPANDA?
Now, FALLPANDA, we know he's going to have the Viva, the Ragdoll, and he's going to have that Patter as well. Now, he was brought down to that lower seed, but he ended up coming out on it. You know, we've got him here up to this this Group A, and let's see how he does up against drmzjoseph here.
So now here's some data from RTA Season 9 that we've collected. Most picked, most banned monsters, but with one new addition from last week, the most banned against if someone's playing against them. So Stoic, what do you notice right away from FALLPANDA's most banned against?
Well, most banned against, so they're really not letting him have that Ragdoll. But I mean, you can see that the Hathor's not there as well, so Hathor's still being a very strong unit to drop even against FALLPANDA with all of his LD Nat 5s.
That's right. There's drmzjoseph on the left as well. What stands out to you about drmzjoseph's lineup?
I mean, you see a very standard most banned against. You see the Hathor, very strong unit with the ability to strip sleep on skill 2 and AoE sleep on skill 3 and Sierra. Interesting note, though, that he's most banned monsters the Vanessa, but we don't see that against most banned against. So we may not see a Vanessa out of drmzjoseph today.
So just using that one speed leader, and you were saying that you probably played against him incorrectly on our
Correctly. So exactly. So if Sierra is a very key unit in this matchup that we're going to see.
That's right. And last year, drmzjoseph didn't have the biggest monster pool. We saw him pick, unironically, about 6 or 7 monsters through the entire tournament. What are we expecting to see a little differently this time aroround, Stoic?
We're going to see some of those units that got buffed. We might be seeing a Daphnis from him. Not too sure what else he has out there that was really buffed that he owns. So we're definitely, I think we're going to be seeing a Daphnis coming from drmzjoseph.
You know, I got one note right here. It says he's been using the Wind Monkey King. That's the Jingjae quite a bit. What do you think about that unit, Make It a Bud?
I think it's a great unit. I'm not sure how it's going to stack up against FALLPANDA's lineup, but we'll see soon. But we'll see how it goes.
That's true. We'll have to see how this data lines up. These players are already waiting for us in the pick ban phase. Let's go ahead and see match 1, round 1. Stoic, Make It a Bud, take it away.
All right, guys, we got drmzjoseph coming back. Group A and FALLPANDA as well. Let's see who has first pick here. Oh, pre-bans, sorry, pre-bans are going out.
And interesting to note, though, that drmzjoseph does have that first pick here. So FALLPANDA may want to decide to pre-ban that Hathor so that drmzjoseph does not have access to Hathor.
Ooh, bans go out. drmzjoseph does not want to see that Ragdoll in his first match. FALLPANDA with the ban onto the Daphnis.
FALLPANDA very aware that drmzjoseph does like that nuking bruisery style, so you're going to see drmzjoseph probably picking that Hathor first because it's just a solid unit overall.
And there it is, stealing it from FALLPANDA. We're not going to see that from him.
And that pre-ban on drmzjoseph making sense. That Ragdoll, very strong unit. So you're going to see FALLPANDA follow up with a Ganymede and probably a Fran coming up just because drmzjoseph has that Hathor. Fran providing that immunity. Very good against Hathor.
Yep. So he goes with the Ganymede, locks in that Fran, exactly what you were saying. So he's showing he's got some sustain on his team. drmzjoseph, he's going to respond with something here.
Yeah, and we're going to see probably a Sierra lock-in. If he does not have Vanessa, he's going to need to lock in Sierra at some point, either here, and then you see Water Monkey. So he's actually choosing to go more bruisery here.
Yep, that Water Monkey King and Diana. That's interesting. I feel like I wouldn't like to see those two units being so early right now. There's a lot of counters that you can see towards them.
Definitely could. If FALLPANDA were to follow with an Okeanos later, it would be a very good pick against drmzjoseph. But drmzjoseph picking the Diana and the Water Monkey so that he's able to strip through the Fran. This tells me Fran will not be banned throughout this game. FALLPANDA following up with the Vanessa and Patter.
The Vanessa and the Patter, that's really nice. Now, you can almost think on drmzjoseph drafting that Water Monkey King and that Diana, he could be trying to push him to counter it instead of bringing some of those LD units that he's not too sure how to draft against.
Could be. And you know, to be honest, I'm not sure about this Patter pick so early because drmzjoseph's Diana and Water Monkey actually do quite well against Patter. Diana kind of shreds through the immunity of Patter and as well as immunity of Fran. So I think drmzjoseph's going to barrel down with more damage, and he's probably at this point content to ban FALLPANDA's 5th unit unless FALLPANDA picks something that drmzjoseph can't deal with.
Yep, that is correct. Now he's going to bring in that Aegir to bring in some more damage. Raccoon being a really strong unit here. And then FALLPANDA's going to wrap up his draft with a Ciara having another speed lead.
Yeah, and I could actually see here that FALLPANDA Ciara is most likely the ban here. It's the most heaviest damage dealer. And on the side of drmzjoseph, we're probably going to see either a Diana ban. There we go.
There it is.
So those are the two units that are going to be banned. Diana providing too much damage and Ciara likewise. Going into the matchup here, I think I favor drmzjoseph's side a bit more just because he does a lot of damage with that Aegir and that Shiho. But we'll see how FALLPANDA counteracts and how much this Fran procs here.
Yep, and that Raccoon is going to bring a lot of sustain to his team. Don't underestimate the Raccoon passive, guys, because it is a lot of sustain. There we go. Leader skills go out. FALLPANDA takes a speed lead, and I believe drmzjoseph went with the resistance lead.
Yep.
Here we go, match number 1 between drmzjoseph and FALLPANDA. Ganymede's taking first turn, going in for the reset onto Aegir.
Does not get the attack bar reset on the Raccoon though, so Raccoon is going to be able to boost up the Aegir to cycle CDs later, or whatever opportunity arises here.
Yep, FALLPANDA getting his immunity attack buff up. You can see he's starting to focus down that Aegir.
It's a lot of damage on the Aegir. Half of its health is already gone, but Raccoon with its sustain is just going to pick it right back up here.
Yep, that is right. Good strip goes on to Vanessa. Vanessa losing that attack buff. Not going to be dealing a ton of damage from her.
And I anticipate seeing a Raccoon just slowly healing, cycling CDs here, and then just slowly picking up the team here.
Yep, he's going to go for defense break. Does not land the defense break, gets resisted on Aegir.
Unfortunate, gets resisted there. Had he landed that, that would be a lot of damage being pumped onto this Aegir, but unfortunately unable to get that.
That's right, so he was saving that Hathor 3rd skill. Goes for the attack break onto Vanessa, eliminate some of that damage coming from there. You can see he's continuing to focus out Vanessa as the threat.
Yeah, and at this point, Fran did not proc there, but unfortunate miss of the sleep onto the Fran.
Oh, that is right. No, Fran did not go down. And immunity comes up with the cleanse too.
At this point here, we're going to see how much damage this Dark Druid does to that Aegir here. It could be a lot of damage, and depending on how much that is, drmzjoseph could be in trouble.
That's right. He needed that glancing on that Aegir, so the Aegir wasn't going to do so much damage against his Vanessa. He was able to Bioproc. Can he drop the Vanessa?
I think this Vanessa's in a lot of heat. It might be in trouble here. It might go down here.
Vanessa remains. She still has her immunity as well.
But Shiho's going next. He needs a heal right now.
Yep. Not that big of a heal, though, so we're going to see a first skill or second skill. Goes for a first skill onto the Vanessa, still trying to get rid of it.
The question is, does this Raccoon have second skill to boost up another wave of damage here? That's going to be important. If this procs, that's the end of the game.
No proc goes out. He needs the glancing, does get the glancing, was able to Vile proc as well. He goes to the reset onto Shihao.
That is a game-deciding reset because the entire attack bars of drmzjoseph's teams just got eliminated. That Dark Druid's going to do a lot of damage to Aegir coming up right now, and it's moving here.
That's right. He was looking for that attack break, did not receive it. Aegir is gone. Dark Druid dropped him.
That was a ton of damage here, and at this point, FALLPANDA just needs to survive with the Fran to sustain his team. I don't know if drmzjoseph has enough damage to burst through him at this point.
Yeah, well, no stun goes out onto the Patter, and he was able to Vile proc. No stun on the Vanessa. Things are not looking good for drmzjoseph. He really needs something right now. Immunity up, attack buffs are up on the Fran.
Yeah, and he reset the Fran because Shiho at this point has all or nothing, so this prevents FALLPANDA from being AoE stunned here. Very smart play from FALLPANDA.
Yep, Hathor Vile proc. We do have the second skill up, goes for a sleep, does land it onto the Ganymede. No defense break onto the Water Monkey King. But that was a good resistance, though.
And Water Monkey's already past half health. It's almost down here.
Yep, He needs to do something here. He's going to go for a third skill onto Vanessa. He needs some serious damage, and I don't think that's going to be enough.
Not enough yet. This Fran needs to get some procs at some time to be able to keep up with the water monkey damage.
Yep, there's another proc. We've seen Fran proc a lot this tournament already, and he's starting to focus down that Raccoon. I think he was looking to reduce that attack bar.
Yeah, and then we're going to see FALLPANDA's team go to sleep here. So Dark Druid, but big resist on the Fran here. So this Fran's going to be able to pick up a unit at a certain point in time here.
Yep, that is right. The resistance was real nice. Doesn't even get the attack break on him, so the heal's still going to be strong. Does he go for second skill? He does not. He's looking for a first, and he landed the stun onto Fran. There's a little bit of saving grace is what he needs here. Raccoon needs to do some serious vial procking to get that sustain back up on the Water Monkey King.
Does get a giant proc here. So at this point, Water Monkey was at about 10% health here and is now almost toward the halfway mark.
Fran vial procking again, gets that cleanse on Vanessa.
Very giant proc, but unfortunately gets slept from a wind unit.
Yep.
So Vanessa's not able to pump in damage into this Shiho right now.
Yep, that is correct. He's going to continue trying to deal damage onto this Vanessa. It really isn't looking good. Cleanses up, 2-turn immunity. He's going right back up with the patter.
And it's not over yet. The Shiho has invincibility, so it has the ability to stay alive and continuously pump out damage.
That's right. FALLPANDA's going to really try and focus out that the Shiho for sure.
Absolutely, and at the same time that Raccoon is keeping this Shiho alive here, we're going to see FALLPANDA look for an opportunity to snipe that Shiho.
Yep, more sustain coming from that Fran.
And Shiho does not have invincibility anymore, and Unlucky Proc does not have any immunity right now.
Yep, no damage going out. He's going to be losing that Water Monkey King right there. He's got no damage on his team, and he could not keep up with the sustain on FALLPANDA's team. FALLPANDA takes round 1.
FALLPANDA has gotten 1 point. First round of match 1 of the Group A goes to FALLPANDA. Wow, congratulations, FALLPANDA. Again, this is best of 3, so drmzjoseph still has a chance to get a point on the board. Guys, let's start with Make It Above. What was your favorite moment of that match?
I mean, you got to go with the Ganymede proc there. That proc allowed FALLPANDA to take an entire, use Sealed Magic and reset drmzjoseph's entire team.
Yep.
And had he not proc, drmzjoseph was ready to win on that spot because Vanessa was going down.
Yeah, and Patter, the Dark Druid, was really difficult to deal with that cleanse and immunity. I want to see if he makes it into the pre-ban. We got the players ready in round 2 of match 1 right now. Stoic and Make It a Bud, have some fun.
Here we go, guys. Round 2 between drmzjoseph and FALLPANDA. You can see the pre-bans before. Can drmzjoseph get 1 win to stay in here?
And drmzjoseph does not ban the Vivichel or the Patter, chooses to take out the Fire Valkyrie here. So we may see drmzjoseph favoring Sierra here.
Yep, that's
remove
right.
speed leads from the game.
FALLPANDA also bans that Verti-heal away from drmzjoseph. Now, we didn't see the Verti-heal last time, but he chose to pre-ban it anyways.
Interesting pick there, and he's afraid of drmzjoseph's daftness. FALLPANDA actually going with the Molong over the Hathorn. drmzjoseph not taking the Hathorn response, going with the Sierra Jean. So I think at this point, FALLPANDA should really be thinking about Fran, because double immunity is very strong against Jean here.
Yep, definitely is. Sierra Jean, and then we see the Viva Ragdoll looking really good. drmzjoseph is showing twins.
And we're seeing a Shayna Martina cleave coming out from drmzjoseph. Martina with the ability to combine with Shayna and strip FALLPANDA's team. I love that Josephine pick. That to me signals probably a ban on the Martina here and allowing that Shayna to then stun his team and proc that Josephine passive.
Wow, FALLPANDA wraps up his comp with Patter. I feel like this is not what drmzjoseph wanted to see, but let's see how he deals with. He tries drafting this Tiana to deal with this heavy LD comp coming from FALLPANDA.
I think drmzjoseph was ready for that Patter pick. You're going to see that FALLPANDA is going to ban out that Martina. drmzjoseph probably going to ban either a Ragdoll or a Josephine. I think it's going to be the picks for them. drmzjoseph actually has a chance to win this outright, I think.
Ooh, all right. Ragdoll is going to be banned here. Tiana gets banned on drmzjoseph's time. We got a speed lead. We got an HP lead. Here we go, guys. We've got match number 2 between drmzjoseph and FALLPANDA. drmzjoseph really needs to get a win right now so he can come back and not get bumped down to that loser bracket. Here we go. We got Cheyenne taking first turn. That is a fast Cheyenne.
Yeah, and you notice that drmzjoseph's team moves entirely in front of FALLPANDA here.
Oh, no strip onto the Viva Chill. He needed that. That was huge resistance. He's able to Vial Proc. It's not really going to do much for him, but you're going to show he's really trying to focus that unit down.
It's giant because now this Viva Chow is going to be able to use skill 3 on some unit of drmzjoseph's team. Giant resistance.
Wow. Well, he was able to use that onto the Jean, though.
And
Which
John
is really nice.
might provoke up the Sierra here, so Sierra does not have the opportunity to bomb. Chooses to go for more damage instead here.
That's right, big stun onto the Jean. Jean's not able to have any skills up. That was a very nice combination, by the way, with the Josephine and the Viva.
Yeah, and I'm not sure about going on the Jean here because Martina is a threat here. Martina's going to be able to nullify this pattern and continuously strip immunity here. We're going to see FALLPANDA use skill 2 and hopefully get some stuns here.
Yep, that's right. Now, we're not going to miss out on that huge bomb resistance by Viva, though. That was very nice to have that resistance.
Absolutely giant resistance here, and at this point, Joseph needs to do a lot of damage. Is currently working on it and getting a lot of damage onto this Dark Druid.
A lot of damage, but Viva's able to go and cleanse that up. Immunity goes right back up. You can see he's trying to work down that Jean, and then Joseph's trying to work down that Patter as well. We're going to see a Reckless Assault to eliminate that unit.
So much pressure coming out from Dreams Joseph. FALLPANDA is actually in a really tough spot here. Decides to opt for the defense break and might not have another turn to pump in damage to the Jean, so we might see the Jean live to see another day here.
Honestly, I feel like I should have seen the Reckless Assault there. I think he should have eliminated that unit. He had the shield up so he wouldn't lose so much HP on that Mo Long. But let's see how that plays out for him. I think that may have been a big decision.
Exactly, and now he's going to prayer protection on himself, so Jean cannot die here, and it's going to provide a lot of passive healing. We're going to see this Dark Druid go down here.
That's right, he's setting that off, and he needs to eliminate a unit. Powder's going to be gone. 4-3. Dreams Joseph looking good in this match. FALLPANDA, I don't want to say, I hope he does not regret losing that. And here we go. Dreams Joseph's going to start taking away some units. Defense breaks go out, and that is it. FALLPANDA concedes. Dream Joseph takes round 2.
Both players now at game point for match 1 of Group A. FALLPANDA not going for the kill.
Well, I feel like getting that kill, it would have been nice for him to add that kind of pressure to him. But the Jean didn't pose much of a threat like after that. So when he chose to go for the defense break onto Jean and not go for the Reckless Assault, after that, the Jean really didn't become very impactful.
And I think FALLPANDA there was relying on hoping that the Mo Long would proc there. And if it procced, he would instantly kill that Jean. Instead, if he uses Reckless Assault, he has a lot less firepower left in the gas tank versus a Shayna Martina. So that's what he was thinking about there. But I really think he should have taken out that Jean. It kind of ended up proving to be the end of his team there.
That's right. Dreams Joseph put everything on the line in that match too, and it ended up paying off for him. Let's go ahead and see how these players adapt in the last round of match 1.
Here we go, guys. This is match number 3. Dreams Joseph, FALLPANDA. You can see the pre-bans before, the Vanessa and the Verti heal, and you could see it again from the very first match. Dreams Joseph banning out Ragdoll, FALLPANDA banning out that Daphnis.
Makes sense. We're going to see a repeat of game 1 possibly, but FALLPANDA is now aware of the Shayna Martina cleave. Dreams Joseph probably going to start off with a Hathor here.
There it is. Hathor gets picked by Dreams Joseph, taking that away from FALLPANDA.
And FALLPANDA is probably going to be wary of that Shayna Martina may not take the Fran, but at the same time, we're definitely going to see a Ganymede here, and we're either going to see maybe some sort of a Josephine or that Fran pick that we were accustomed to seeing.
You could actually take that Vanessa, too. Vanessa, not too bad. There it is, the Ganny and the Vanessa.
Good call on the Vanessa, knowing that Dreams Joseph does not have it, decides he wants to take it to compete for speed here.
Yep, Dreams Joseph rounds... No, he's not rounding off his draft, but he's drafting the Fran and the Vertigo, which FALLPANDA did not want to see from him before.
And great 2 picks here, knowing that Daphnis is banned. FALLPANDA stealing units from Dreams Joseph's side, going with the Diana and the Shiho here. Diana being a great unit to strip into, but at the same time a little weak to Vertihile. And you're going to see on Dreams Joseph's side that patented Sierra that he likes to use. And at the same time, probably one other support unit or a heavy damage dealer.
That's right, so no immunity currently on FALLPANDA. CR is looking very, very strong against FALLPANDA.
And we see the support unit of the Okeanos coming out. Great pick here. This Okeanos is going to be able to control any unit of FALLPANDA's no matter what happens in the ban phase. So very smart pick. FALLPANDA instantly takes the Patter here, signaling that it's probably a ban on the Vertihile. Should ban the Vertihile because Vertihile works very well into Patter.
Oh, Pador's gone. Patter gets banned and Hathor gets banned on Dreams Joseph's team. We got speed leads going out here. This is looking like an interesting draft now.
We're going to see Sierra go crazy here, I think.
All right, here we go, guys. Match number 3. Dreams Joseph, FALLPANDA, winner takes all. Winner moves on. And that's going to be important for the 2 of them.
Big resistance on the Ganymede.
Huge resistance onto the Ganymede.
And Ganymede should reset this Okeanos here so that Okeanos cannot stun FALLPANDA's side.
Yeah, that's right. Does get the reset. Was able to Vile proc as well. Attack bars did get dumped on that Vertiheal.
Very big dump of the attack bars there, and it allows FALLPANDA, that proc was giant. It allows FALLPANDA to reset the team and not get stunned.
Yep, FALLPANDA trying to focus out CR. CR being a very, very big threat here. That defense break is out. Can he finish off with the Diana? Oh, he's gonna finish off when he transforms. That is gonna be a CR. CR's dropped here. Whoa, that was a big threat towards the team.
That was 5,000 damage per hit there. Sierra hits the deck right away. That is the end of that unit here. And now drmzjoseph is on the back foot.
Yep, that is right. We've got glancing on a Diana, so that's going to keep that Diana back just a little bit. But I feel like FALLPANDA's not too worried right now. He's sitting pretty good.
And FALLPANDA also has that Diana, does a lot of damage to this friend, is going to take it out. However, FALLPANDA does not have sustain here. So drmzjoseph just needs to proc a lot and may have a chance to win here.
Yep, that is right. I mean, Fran's a threatening unit. He's got glancing and attack break, chose to transform anyways.
Not sure about this transform here,
but he got the bio proc and he's gonna stay. Oh, that's so lucky.
Gets rewarded for the greedy play, and we may see the Shiho come out, I think, with an all or nothing, but Ganymede also
another
proc.
bio proc coming from Ganymede, dumping attack bars, resetting that Fran. He's not gonna have sustain. Goes in for the second kill. We can see the stuns are going out. He's gonna continue facing that Fran. He drops the Fran right there.
And FALLPANDA in a commanding position, showing the aggression, taking the risks necessary to win. I think this is going to be game over very soon.
Those are the moves we want to see in SWC, but boy, did those bio procs really pay off for him.
And you can see that this Diana's pumping in damage into Okeanos, no fear whatsoever.
Not at all. FALLPANDA's just going all in right here. He's probably already celebrating. Do we see the defense break? Defense break goes out. Can he capitalize off it? He goes in for the transform. I thought he was actually going to stay in human form for damage.
He could have asserted dominance by going in with just an auto attack in human form, but chose to be friendly and then go back into pony form.
Let the Vile procs reign. drmzjoseph concedes. FALLPANDA takes round 3, man. Woo!
FALLPANDA with the win in the first match of the SWC 2019 America's Cup group stage. That's not it for either of these players. We're gonna see FALLPANDA again in match 3, and drmzjoseph has a second chance in match 4. Heavens to Betsy! FALLPANDA's aggression was rewarded. He was not only unpunished, but he was rewarded. You often see a lot of players become hesitant when you're facing down a fire unit with your Wind Unicorn Diana. Well, guys, that was unprecedented. I've never seen anything like that before.
I love to see that. He had the glancing, he had the attack break, and he went for it anyways. He went for the turn cycle, got that Vio proc, and he was able to finish off that Fran.
I love that, and I actually think the game was actually a lot over. It was pretty much over in the beginning, actually, when that Sierra got taken down off the bat. That Ganymede was able to proc and then reset the attack bar, the Vertihile, which allowed that Diana to then be able to move in onto that Sierra and basically set that unit up. Yeah, so that's how that game was won there.
We talk a lot about threat assessment, and I think that FALLPANDA did that very well in this game. Singling out that Wind Oracle CR right away was probably the key factor in the match, but then he was ahead, and he just kept being ahead. Loved it. Never lost steam, just went full on ahead. This seems like a good time to remind you guys, if you weren't here last week for the prelims, we do have a survey that goes live in between matches. So make sure you're filling that out for a chance to win some cool in-game prizes. We'll also have some coupon codes for you later on in the day. Next up, match 2 is going to be Thompson versus Invictus. Now, we'll get to know these players a little bit better in their player profiles shortly.
Here we go. We've got Thompson. You can see how well he did last time. Truffle Salad giving him a little bit of trouble, but Thompson ended up coming out on top in prelims as well. So we'll be looking to see a similar performance from Thompson.
I'm really excited to see Thompson in the pick ban phase, actually. He's a master strategist, I would say.
Got a wide unit box, has a lot of options to play in. But here we see Invictus having a strong showing last time. Invictus having some of the best rune units in the game. Really likes that Sierra pick. And at the same time, really likes his Ganny and Okeanos. So we'll see if he'll be able to leverage that today.
Coming up next, we're going to have some data from SWC 2019 prelims as well as the RTA Season 9. Got Thompson and Invictus, their most picked and most banned monsters, again with the most banned against monsters from this season. Looks like Thompson's, you see the 3 LD units in the most banned against, right? In order.
There's all of them, the Gianna, Nephthys, Ada, and then they don't want him to get that speed lead, or it's a combo that Ciara with Gianna as well, and Hathor, of course, being part of one of those most banned against units for Thompson.
Thompson and Invictus are both waiting for us in the pick ban phase right now for round 1 of match 2. Let's go ahead and take a look. Stoic and Make It a Bud, take it away.
Here we go, guys. A lot of people been waiting for this match. We've got Thompson, we've got Invictus. Round 1. Let's see what these pre-bans are going to be.
And we see Thompson has first pick here, but usually we like to see that the person who doesn't have first pick like to pre-ban that Hathor so that the opponent with first pick doesn't have it. But in this case here, Thompson has that Artemil, that Gianna, that Nephthys. I think Invictus really needs to be looking to pre-ban one of those units.
Yep, most definitely. And I think Thompson may know what Invictus lacks by watching him in the prelims last time. Invictus is gonna lock in that pre-ban onto the Gianna. Thompson actually pre-banning Josephine.
And I love that pre-ban because we know that Invictus does not have the Hathor. So Thompson may lock in a Sierra first and take Hathor later, knowing that he doesn't need to take it early.
I wonder if that Josephine surprised him.
I think Invictus might have been expecting it because he doesn't have Hathor, so he's going to know that Josephine is a key way for him to win, and if he loses the ability to have that passive ability, it makes him very weak to Hathor.
Ooh, Thompson locking in Fran. Fran continuing to be a strong unit.
And if Thompson locks in the Fran, I think Invictus is going to have to take his speed lead here because you can't give Thompson your Sierra and then not have some way to play against that.
Well, Invictus is looking to lock in Ganymede, and then there's the Ciara and speed lead as well.
Very good picks by Invictus here, knowing that he probably does not have Vanessa, so that he doesn't want Thompson to take the Sierra. If I'm Thompson, I'm thinking fire units. I may be taking a Daphnis. I probably want a Vanessa or a Vertihile, some way to do damage, and then probably a fire unit at that.
Yep, let's see what Thompson starts his draft off with. The Arda and the Hathor.
So Thompson going with the patented trademark Hathor that everyone likes to pick here, knowing that Invictus doesn't have it. And of course Artemil with the LD unit doing damage, stripping, healing, stunning, just kind of does everything overall. Artemil is a little weak to Sierra though, if Sierra is able to land a bomb, so it's something you want to note later in the game.
Yep, definitely. Let's see what Invictus drafts here. Is he going to try and push Thompson to possibly draft something that's not the Nephthys or, oh, Gianna's banned here, so that's not the Nephthys. So we see Invictus. He goes and he drafts that Triana and the Vertihile.
Great pick on the Vertihile here, but it does signal to me that Arda is more likely the ban than not. Triana's a good pick for now because Artemil does not do a lot of burst damage. If there's something that Artemil does, if there's something Triana's good against, it's teams that do not provide burst. So great picks on both sides here. I think Thompson's going to need a little bit more damage on his side, or he could go full control. You're not going to see something in the middle, something with more damage here.
Yep, there's the Antares and Nephthys.
A great pick on the Antares here. Sierra cycling turns. We're going to see Sierra probably go through here. Vertihile, as it takes a lot of turns and gives your team more turns, allows the Antares to proc more often. So great picks on Thompson's side here. Looking to probably burst down Invictus's Vertihile or Sierra.
Yep, I do like the Antares. It's really strong. Invictus showing 3 wind units. And also the Sierra taking multiple turns. Antares is a very, very good response to that. I think that signals that he's going to be letting that Sierra through.
And Invictus goes with this patented Oki. We saw the timer ran out here. When he does take this Oki first, it probably means that Artemil is in the draft. He is leaving it here. He is not banning it. And I don't think we're going to see the Antares ban either. We may see a Fran ban or a Hathor ban.
Yep. Well, Thompson reads that. Well, you said the Fran or Hathor ban being banned on Thompson's side, and I feel like you should be reading that his Antares is going to be going through. What is the big threat coming from Invictus, and does he eliminate it?
And it's probably the Sierra here, so we may see that unit gone. And it is gone.
Ciara gets banned. Fran gets banned. Let's see what these leader skills are coming out. We're probably going to see some accuracy coming from Invictus. I don't think he has much of a choice.
Yep. And Invictus' Okeanos is going to, with accuracy, going to need to land on this Artemil consistently, or else he's not going to have the damage to pump through Thompson's team right here.
Thompson locking in speed lead. Here we go, guys. Thompson and Invictus, round 1. Between the two, who's going to be taking first turn? We do have a speed lead coming from Thompson, and that is Nephthys. Nephthys coming in with her first turn.
Very fast Nephthys, but unfortunately, everything's on will, even the Vertihile, so Nephthys not going to be able to do much on this first turn here.
Yep, and he's showing he's going to start focusing down Verd. I wonder if he'll continue that pattern.
And Hathor actually very fast too, outspeeding the Okeanos Invictus. I know that thing's about 300 speed. Very fast Hathor.
Yep, no sleep goes out on the Ganymede, and he's going to confirm that he really wants to land that sleep. Gets the attack bar reduction and the sleep on a Ganymede.
Yep, and he does get that, gets a sleep because he proc there. So very good plays. So far, good move by Thompson.
Yep, stuns go out, needed those stuns. Obviously, we've got Arda on Will. by the way. Art is on will. This is new for thompsin.
Very interesting. Gets a stun on the Vertihouse, so he's gonna have to force a choice of which unit to wake up.
Cleansed up Ganymede. Was also get another additional turn. Big despair stun goes on to Triana.
And at this point, Invictus needs to use that Ganymede and the Okeanos to cycle CDs. thompsin needs to stun the Okeanos now.
Oh, some serious damage just going out towards Verd. Chose not to go for the despair stun.
And I think you're gonna see Invictus just run the Ganymede, Okeanos back and forth to control. Verd with a giant proc, that's a lot of damage coming out.
Yeah, that was a huge proc coming out there. You can see a lot of damage. He's starting to really focus down Nephthys, and he wants to keep coming at it. No despair stuns going out.
That's one more proc in Antares. That Vertihouse almost dead here.
I think we're going to see a dead Vertihouse right here. Oh, and there's the Triana passive. Gets proc. Heal is not up, but if he gets a Vile proc, he is going to get that heal. No Vile proc, but he can refresh that. Goes for the Okeanos, so he's got skills up on Okeanos. Vertiheal's going to continue pummeling that Nephthys, but Vertiheal out of the revenge proc coming from Automel. He dropped that Vertiheal.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that reset on the Triana there. Basically means that Vertihouse will crit and that Artemel will hit it in the face.
That's right.
At this point here, Invictus really on the back foot here.
Definitely is, and we can see that the high resistance on Ada not getting reset by that Okeanos.
Yeah, and Invictus not able to get that Ganymede, Okeanos, infinite CC train going on. So thompsin is going, once he stabilizes, is going to be in a good position.
Yep, that is right. Probably going to see some immunity coming up so that Nephthys can take advantage of that. Continue pummeling the, continues pummeling the Hathor. Not Hathor, the
Nephthys there. And at this point here, Ganymede does have a reset coming up, but Okeanos does not have his skills up and his silence. Invictus on the back foot.
Yep, that is right. Who does he try to eliminate here? We're going to see
a sleep probably on the Ganymede because the Ganymede does have sealed magic. We'll see if thompsin picks up on that.
Oh, no, he put the Triana to sleep here. Got the silence onto Ganymede.
So at this point here, Invictus not having a way to claw back in, needs a proc here because he is silenced.
Yep, definitely does. Oh, we got an additional turn coming from the Antares, and that is going to be it. Invictus concedes to thompsin for round 1.
thompsin getting the first point from match 2. Again, this is best of 3. Invictus chose not to reset the Triana. Why did he opt for that more consistent CC instead of saving his Verd?
I think Invictus wanted to be more aggressive, wanted to use that Okeanos to stun up thompsin's entire team, and probably miscalculated the damage, didn't realize that Nephthys was on revenge and would hit it in addition to that Artemel. So that little bit of extra damage basically sealed that Vertihile's fate there.
Right, and I normally like Vertihile the Fire Vampire as a sort of tertiary counter to the Wind Desert Queen if you happen to have your Josephine pre-banned and your Fran taken away from you in the first turn. We got these players ready in round 2 of match 2. Let's go ahead and see that pick ban phase.
Here we go, guys. thompsin Invictus, round 2. Invictus is going to need some redemption so that he doesn't get bumped down to that lower seed. You can see the pre-bans before. thompsin pre-banning that Josephine. Invictus pre-banning that Gianna. Invictus has got to start thinking, how do I counter the Gianna?
Exactly, because he cannot pre-ban the Gianna, so we know he's going to be facing this Gianna. And last time thompsin's units went in front of Invictus's units. So Invictus has to be wary of that in the draft phase because Gianna will set up thompsin's team. We may see a Hathor pre-ban from Invictus because that's much more difficult to deal with. And Invictus does have access to the Josephine now. So both players are thinking deep into units that they didn't see in the first round and units that they have seen. And we're going to see a lot more play between maybe some more Vanessas and maybe some other LDs from thompsin here.
And there's the Nephthys ban on thompsin. Ganymede getting banned from Invictus.
Great choice on the ban of Ganymede from Invictus because Ganymede is a very volatile unit and disrupts that Ganymede-Okeanos combo that Invictus likes to have here.
Well, Invictus has first turn, goes and locks in the Fran. Does thompsin steal the Ciara from him having Gianna?
I think thompsin takes it now, knowing that Invictus does not have a Vanessa. I think Ciara becomes very deadly here, and Gianna also deals very well with Fran, given the fact that Fran's immunities basically turns your team into being stunned up all the way here. But thompsin does not need to take the Gianna now, but I definitely think he's going to lock in that Ciara so that Invictus does not have it.
And there it is. He goes Ciara Gianna right out the gun. Invictus knows what he's going to be dealing with.
And snap picks on that Josephine, that unit that was pre-banned last game, makes sense because he knows he's going to be facing a Hathor at some point in this matchup as well. So he's going to take a Josephine here and probably some other unit to be able to deal with thompsin's side of turn cycling. So maybe an Antares now, maybe an Amduat. Would like to see some unit to help him defend, maybe a Triana. Let's see what where Invictus's mind is at.
Oh, it goes the safe route, brings out the Triana.
And if I'm thompsin here, I'm even thinking that Bulwark is an option on the table. Artemail is definitely an option because Invictus does not have enough. The passive on Josephine does not cycle enough to deal with the stuns of Gianna and Artemail. Artemail also doing a lot of damage. Invictus does not have enough damage on the table. So I think we're going to see an Artemail coming out from thompsin, and then we may see some other unit, probably a fire unit, maybe even a Verd would be a great pick by thompsin.
Yep, most definitely. Oh, but he goes Hathor, Tiana, showing some control.
So he puts his draft face up on the table. We know exactly that thompson's going for control. If I were Invictus, I would try to play the RNG here and counter with some form of an Antares, some form of an Amduat, let thompsin play his 4 here and probably ban the 5th, which you know is an Artemail, does a lot of damage over time and is hard to deal with. So if I'm Invictus, I think this is the easiest way to win here. And you see the Raccooni, maybe even a Tetra or an Antares, and this signals to me that he's going to ban whatever 5th unit that thompsin puts out.
And he drafts the Amelia. Bulwark is looking incredible on thompson's side here. I don't think he needs the Bulwark.
I don't think so, but I think whatever thompson's taking last will not make it through the draft phase because Invictus, with his 5 units, is planning on playing these 4 here. So thompson is going to need to do enough damage between a Sierra and Gianna bomb together to wipe something out of Invictus.
That's right, because Invictus has a ton of sustain on his team right now. He doesn't have anything to deal with the Ada, and Ada's could be the band here, but let's see what Invictus chooses to eliminate, because he's got a lot of threat on thompson's side.
So Arda's definitely being banned here from Invictus. thompson's probably going to ban the Josephine, makes sense. Does not ban the Artemail.
He's got no answer to it. He has no answer to the Otter. Choose to ban out the Ciara. thompson's going to ban out that Josephine. That Josephine's something that Invictus is really leaning on. That's some very surprising bans coming from these two.
Very surprising. Tells me Invictus is going to try to isolate that Gianna, Tiana first, but he has no late game answer for Artemail, so we'll see how this pans out here.
Yep, that is right. Tiana with a big 44% leader skill. Arda's going to be hitting real hard. Tiana taking first turn on thompson's side. We're probably going to see the strip, the reset, and then he's going to go in for some control.
Makes sense here. Tiana very fast. thompson very fast swift moves. You're going to see that Hathor skill 3 go off, and thompson is going to isolate and focus 1 unit down.
Yep, and let's see what his focus is going to be, because honestly, he's got 4 units and every one of them's going to cleanse.
And Invictus does have some interaction between Raccooni and Triana and Fran, so there's a lot of heal and cleanse going on. Not exactly easy or simple to decide which unit to go after first.
Yep, that is right. We're going to see a 3rd skill coming from Hathor. Can reduce all attack bars, and there is. There was actually no resistance on the attack bars. Triana being, no, I'm sorry, who was the focus? The Amelia was the focus.
Correct, and at the same time here, thompson choosing to focus this Raccooni here, knowing that Raccooni's passive cleanses that bomb and heals, so very smart choice here to isolate the control onto the Raccooni.
Yep, that is right. Bomb gets resisted onto Fran. That is not something thompson wants to see right now.
Absolutely does not, but at the same time, I think thompson's sitting in an okay spot here. If he lands his defense break.
Oh, does not land the defense break. Can Raccooni proc enough into himself to get that bomb cleansed up? Let's see.
That's what Raccooni is going to need here. He's going to need a proc.
Definitely. He's going to need all the procs on that Raccooni to make this happen.
And you're going to see thompson continue to tunnel this Raccooni, and hopefully that Triana, if it resists a stun, would be a giant turn of events, but I don't think we're going to see that happen. We're going to see another bomb. Try number 2.
There it is. He does land the bomb onto Fran. Is going to continue pummeling the damage into the Raccooni, but we do get a final proc coming from Amelia. Amelia's going to go and cleanse everything up. Defense buffs are going up. There goes that bomb.
Cleansing that bomb. Giant proc out of Amelia. Now Invictus has defense buff on everything, so that Artemail is not going to do a lot of damage for now. So look to see thompson try to pummel in that last bit of damage. Does have that strip from Gianna.
Yep, that is right. That was a strong 2nd skill coming from Tiana, too.
And at this point here, Hathor needs to work damage on. Probably just going to keep poking at this Raccooni here, but you do have that Triana that's active, and it does have its heal up.
Yep, that is right. You can see he's going to continue doing the damage onto Raccooni. Cleanse goes up onto Fran. Vio procking as well.
And we're going to see Invictus change focus to go onto this Gianna here, knowing that thompson does not have skills from the Tiana. And then we're going to see if Invictus can down this Gianna soon.
Yep, so Gianna's sleeping right now. You can see he went in for the strip and not received that strip sleep onto Fran. Starting to focus down, well, continue focusing down Raccoon. He wants to keep that unit low, so when the bombs go out, they're not getting cleansed up by the passive.
Exactly, and at the same time, Artemel doing a lot of damage to that Raccoon. That Raccoon is at half health, but look at how much damage that
was
Triana
a lot of damage coming from Triana.
Absolutely a lot. I think this Triana is on crit damage, so it's a little bit squishy build. Does Thompson pick up on that and decide to switch targets? We'll see if he does that.
We'll see if he does. He does get the strip with Tiana. All of his units don't have any immunity up, but Amelia is going to be taking a turn.
Yeah, Invictus' team very resilient here. He definitely cannot shapeshift with his Amelia and decides to pummel in more damage on the Gianna.
Yep, that is a nice freeze on a Gianna. Does he go and sustain his Tiana? And he does.
Values that Tiana. Tiana does do a lot of damage with its skill 2 and speed scaling. Hathor here has to be able to do some damage with skill 2, and eventually we're going to see what unit gets poked down.
All right, he goes for the sleep onto Fran. Fran's down. Can he cleanse up? Big heals onto that Triana. You can really see where that Raccoon is coming in big with those heals.
And in this game, Invictus is waiting for that timer to tick down when HP goes down and attack goes up, so his units do a lot more damage.
Oh, watch that damage from that Triana. So much onto the Gianna.
So much, and that Gianna is at half health already, below half health. That Gianna might go down soon.
That is right. Nice attack break onto the Gianna as well. Limit that bomb damage.
But as this timer ticks down, this Artemel is going to do more damage because Invictus's HP is going down.
Yep, he just doesn't have an answer for the Ada, and that's where late game things are going to get real scary for him.
Exactly. When that 70% hits on both sides, Invictus's Raccoon and Fran will all do a lot of damage here. Invictus needs to start by taking out this Gianna first.
Yep, immunity's coming up. He's going to get that nice attack buff on a Triana. It's a speed scaling unit with first skill, but that attack buff is definitely going to be helping him out a lot. Ton of damage coming out from that Triana.
Ton of damage there, and Fran at below half health and Raccoon almost at half. Invictus is taking a lot of damage here.
That's right. I mean, he's lucky to have all of the sustain on the field to manage that. Looking to cycle some skills, but throwing that bomb out there for the immunity.
But Gianna does not have strip anymore, and I don't think this Gianna is going to live to see that. We're going to see more damage coming out of Triana here.
And he does! Drops that Gianna with the Triana. Another big heal coming from Fran. I mean, it is looking really good for Invictus, but that Ada is going to be very, very strong.
It is absolutely going to be very strong as it scales. As we go into the late game here, Invictus here is going to isolate all of Thompson's units one at a time and deal with the Ada last, though.
He starts to notice that damage coming from Triana is way too big, and he has to deal with that unit now.
And that Triana actually took a third of its health in one pop from the Artemel, so Invictus needs to be very wary. That is his source of damage. And you see Thompson's already poking away at that Triana there.
Yep, he was able to Vile proc. We're going to see a strip. Strip goes out onto Fran. He can cleanse that up, though.
Yeah, and Invictus does have skills up on... I think the Raccoon has skills up, and the Fran almost has heals online. Procs into a giant heal there.
Yep. Big proc by Fran, able to heal up that Triana.
And as the game goes on, that Fran has even more healing because attack goes up. So every heal is going to be an entire HP bar. And you see that Triana.
So much damage coming from Triana. It's insane. Chooses not to heal up the Tiana.
Does not. And actually at the same time, that Artemel did not crit. Giant miss on the crit there, so that Triana still has over half health.
Yep, that's right. Got the defense break. There's the cleanse, though. You can't get anything going with it.
And a defense buff. So as the unit's HP drops, his defense becomes more valuable.
Oh, big stun on a Triana. He needs to eliminate that unit, but we are going to see more sustain coming from Fran.
And I think we're going to see a decision of a skill 3 or a kill here. I think he goes to the skill 3 and chooses to use the Raccoon to get the kill.
And there it is. Drops out Tiana. I mean, it's as good as it is looking for Invictus. He really needs to start pummeling that damage.
Actually, at this point, I really like Invictus' side here. Invictus does have a lot of sustain coming out of 3 units here, and this Artemel is likely not going to be able to burst through anything of his Invictus.
Not only sustains, though, he's going to have the sleeps from Triana, the freezes from the Amelia as well. That was a big hit going onto the Artemel.
Yeah, at this point in the game, every attack does damage here. That Fran with the attack buff and the heal just does so much in the late game.
Yep, really does. Attack break going out onto Fran. Oh, there it is. There's those freezes, and that's what's really going to win this this fight for Invictus.
And that's a giant freeze there because Artemel cannot revenge here.
Look at how much that HP bot moved with that hit.
That's a giant amount of HP. That Artemel here can't move, can't do any damage right now. So Thompson's in a really tough situation.
That's right. And when you thought that he had nothing to handle it, he was able to sustain it, sustain his team, and then CC it.
Interesting here. Invictus just going with the stable, healing, slow matchup here, and eventually able to bring this into the late game and just win just by a war of attrition.
Yep, there it is. And he's going to be finishing off that Adamil shortly.
And that Hathor does do a lot of damage to that Triana, but at the same time, I don't know if it's enough.
No, it's not going to be enough. Finally eliminating that Triana. Ada gets dropped here. This is going to be it. So thompsin maybe taking his time to see how these matches are going to play out next.
Yeah, and you see that attack 70% up and HP 70% down. Every unit here doing a lot of damage. At this point, thompsin really needs to think about how this can be avoided the next match.
That's right. Well, I'm curious if he's going to start poking around. And is he really going to keep pushing this match?
I think thompsin just wants to just take his time and really think about what he should do the next match. On paper, his draft looked very solid, but at the same time, not enough bursts to work through Invictus' team there.
Exactly. It was just way too much sustain coming from Invictus that he wasn't able to bring enough damage with the Yada.
Yeah, and at this point here, thompsin really, again, biding his time, thinking about the next match, you know, resetting himself here. I think really good play, good tournament type setting here, really taking his time.
Yep, most definitely. And there you go, Invictus taking round 2 from thompsin for the 1-1.
Invictus evening it up with the long-term strats. thompsin couldn't get anything to stick towards the end of that game. I really admire thompsin taking all that time that he can to just think about that next match. Once you get in a position like that in a tournament setting, you're not thinking about that game anymore. You're thinking about the next round, how you can adjust. What can we expect to see from thompsin in this next pick ban phase?
I think we're going to see thompsin go with a little bit more aggression. We may see the same thing, to be honest, here. At this time, thompson's going to have access to more different units at this point in the game. But he's definitely wary of Invictus with his well-runed units. Invictus is Raccoon, very well-runed. That Triana doing a lot of damage. So thompsin is aware of that and knows that this Invictus has this up his sleeve.
Here we go, thompsin Invictus in the last round of match 2. Winner moves on to match 3, and the loser goes into loser's bracket. Stoic, make it a bud, take it away.
All right, here we go, guys. This is going to be match number 3 between thompsin and Invictus. It's not looking good for thompsin. I think he's a little nervous after that match.
That was scary. I mean, we all thought that Artemil was going to win the game, but as it turns out, not enough burst, and Invictus being very well wounded on his units. They were all moving quite fast, very tanky, able to sustain himself over time.
Yep, and you can see pre-bans going out. Invictus pre-banning that Gianna, and thompsin pre-banning the Josephine from Invictus.
So we'll see if thompsin ends up favoring that Sierra more so that Invictus can't take it. But at the same time, again, pre-banning that Josephine, knowing that puts Invictus very weak against Hathor.
Yep, thompsin taking one of those sustain units away from Invictus, maybe hoping that'll take him away from last comp.
Yeah, and we're going to see Invictus probably take the Ganymede and the Sierra, very similar to the first game here. Has to take that Sierra because it was a force ban from him on thompson's side last time. Invictus not having a Vanessa, so definitely needs that Sierra. Ganymede also very good to split that Ganny-Hathor combo from thompsin that will come out in the future here.
Yep, Invictus locking in Ganny Sierra on his team. Usual draft coming from Invictus. thompsin drafting the Hathor and the Ada. Ada is honestly signifying that Sierra is something that he's gonna want to ban from Invictus' side for sure.
Yeah, and we'll see if Invictus takes enough damage to deal with this Artemil, because at this point Invictus with that Ganymede no longer has as much sustain because he does not have Fran anymore. Goes with that Triana, but takes Okeanos a bit earlier. So we see that Ganny Okeanos coming out early on.
Yep, there it is. So we can see that he's showing a little bit of sustain on Invictus' side. It's definitely a safe draft going with that Triana as well. He has double reset on his team.
And we're going to see if thompsin maybe takes a Diana or some way to deal with Ganny Oki, or a Vertihile to get more turns, but at the same time, thompsin needs to pick more damage at this point.
Well, Invictus isn't showing much for immunity. Neftis being a strong draft here to go with that, but he ended up going with the Antares for the, I guess, the heavy win team on Invictus' side.
Interesting pick on the Antares, but we see something we've never seen before. We see a Fire Druid. That tells me I really think we're going to see a Fran ban because thompsin would not have immunity after that. I've never seen a Fire Druid. Can't wait to see it in action here.
Yep, this is the first time Belinus makes his, and there he goes, as quick as he's here in the show, as quick as he's booted out.
So,
but the ban does go out on Fran.
So we won't be seeing that Fire Druid action, but Invictus does have that Ganny Oki, so we're going to see how consistent this Okeanos is. If he can get this sustained, if he can line this up, I think Invictus is actually in a favorable spot here.
Yep, that's right, guys. Round 3, thompsin Invictus. Here we go. Winner moves down to the loser bracket. And he does land. No, that was a resisted reset onto the Hathor. He needed that right there. We're going to see a second skill putting somebody to sleep, probably Triana.
He's got to sleep the Ganny or the Triana here because he doesn't want to be reset.
Oh, he went for the sleep, landed that on Ganymede.
At the same time, Invictus will be able to cleanse with Triana at some point. So Invictus will have an AoE stun from the Okeanos later on in the game.
All right, thompsin showing he wants to start burning down that Ciara. He's got to be wary of the Triana.
Interesting choice there, not going for the strip stun on the Triana. If he lands that stun on the Triana, he does have a chance to win the game outright.
I think he's going for a Despair Stun on Okeanos. No dice on that. Ganymede was able to Vile proc out. He's going to dump attack bars.
That is a huge violent proc there because essentially Hathor gets reset and it's a full attack bar going down.
Yep, that's right. Not going to have that third skill lined up for Hathor anymore. Ciara's got a bomb. We're going to see a bomb going out. Chooses to put it on the Antares.
At this point in the game, Artemel does not do a lot of damage yet, but Antares has done a lot. Look at the health of Invictus' side. Antares definitely the correct target. Chooses to blow it up. Let's see how much damage it does.
Chose to send that out. Solid damage going out, but he gets double revenge by the Ada and the Verd.
So much needed heal is here, and Fire Lich still has almost half of its health here.
Yeah, he's still holding up a little bit, but it's a little scary seeing him with that amount of HP right now.
Very scary. Thompson needs to do enough damage to the Sierra right now to get through that Triana passive. Invictus does have third skill up on Okeanos.
Yep, that's right. You can see the heal going out on Antares. We've got Hathor with a second skill. Putting on the Okeanos. Okeanos is down.
Wow, he is able to strip and sleep a fire unit there. Very big sleep by Thompson, and we're going to see him lay in more damage into the Sierra here. He should ventilate the Triana.
Yep, so he's going to have more sustain coming from Triana, going to get his immunity up. He's going to continue working on Antares.
And Sierra's not stunned up, so Thompson will eat a Rain of Stones from the Okeanos at some point here. He needs to down this Sierra as soon as possible.
Yep, that is right. Ciara is low on the HP. He's going to continue focusing that out.
And Thompson able to cycle a lot of turns with this Vertihile. This bomb is not going to be able to kill that Fire Lich here. So we're going to see how much damage it does later, but this Ciara might be dead very soon here.
Yep, that's right. Big Despair Stun going out on Ciara. Ciara's not looking good. Now he does have the Triana passive.
And at this point here, if that Hathor can proc into a second skill onto the Okeanos, I think Thompson has a good shot here.
Yep, that's right. Does he finish off the Ciara to pop the passive? Does not. Did land that Vile proc. We're going to see a second skill going out. Does he choose to put it on the Oki? Does he choose to put it on the Triana? Goes for it on the Oki. No sleep. Goes out. Everybody's going to get stunned up here. He needs some serious resistance. And he does get a little bit of resistance coming from the Vertio. This is going to be a multi-hit taking out that Ciara, going right through that Triana passive.
Very big resist on that Vertihile from Thompson, allowed him to take out that Sierra there. And at the same time, I think Thompson wanted that Vertihile to take that kill, and that's why he didn't have Hathor pop that passive.
Oh, very, very smart. Oh, bomb does eliminate the Antares. We thought the Antares was going to survive. Does not. But you know what? I don't think it's going to hurt his comp too much not having Antares out here.
Yeah, and at this point here, Invictus not having actually being outsped by a Hathor, being put to sleep here, puts him pretty much at a game over or a very rough spot at best.
Does resist with the Okeanos, but that's not that bad because he does have the multi-hitter with Vertihile.
Yeah, and Triana's passive probably not up yet either at this point in time here. Okeanos still does not have Rain of Stones up, so Invictus is going to lose his Okeanos likely before either Ganymede or Triana wake up.
Yep, that's right. Big Despair Stun goes out on Okeanos. Okeanos not looking too good. He's probably going to continue hammering away at him.
That's a lot of damage coming off of the Artemel. It's adding up here. That Okeanos is below half health here. Invictus needs a proc on one of these two units coming up.
That's right, keeping up that attack break on Okeanos. He can't send it over, but it's not going to affect that Ada at all. He's a defense-based unit. He can take attack breaks all day.
And no procs from Invictus' side means that Okeanos is going down. That Triana passive is down here, so Thompson can just freely kill this Okeanos.
That's right, the multi-hit goes out, finishes off Okeanos. That's it for round 3. Thompson takes it 2-1 against Invictus.
Good show from Thompson and Invictus. Thompson is going to move forward to meet FALLPANDA in match 3, but that's not the end for Invictus. He's going down to match 4 to meet drmzjoseph down there. Guys, favorite part of that match was Verd, the Fire Vampire, resisting the stun and killing the Ciara. What do you think? Was that the turning point for you?
It definitely was a turning point. It was that multi-hit that went right through the Triana passive, finishing off Ciara and eliminating one of his big damage unit on his team. And then, at the same time, using that multi-hit to burn through the Okeanos, really wrapping up that match.
Right. And while we're on the subject, too, make it a but, I wanted to ask, What did you think of the Ciara pick, the Wind Oracle, so early in that pick ban phase?
I like it given the matchup. Usually you don't see it because usually players have both Ciara and Vanessa, but knowing that Invictus does not have Vanessa here means that he has to take Ciara. Because if thompsin takes Ciara, thompsin now has a speed lead for his entire team, and Invictus has no way to answer that. And thompsin has too many units at the high speed level that basically it's going to put Invictus in a bad spot without a Josephine because it's pre-banned.
That's right. And also, though, picking that Ciara and that Okeanos early makes Antares all the better later with that turn cycling benefit. Next up, we're going to be seeing FALLPANDA versus thompsin in match 3 of Group A. Let's go ahead and look at these players' player profiles. So we visited FALLPANDA earlier today. We saw him in match 1 before. What do we know about FALLPANDA?
We know that he uses that Ragdoll, he uses that Vivichel, and he also uses that, the Patter there. And so he's got a lot of LD units, a lot of normal units in his lineup. We'll see how thompsin deals with this.
And you can tell, both FALLPANDA and thompsin, they're not digging into each other's unit pool with these LDs. So when it comes to those other units, you're going to see the priority in taking units from their boxes. But we are going to see the art of play on thompsin's side where FALLPANDA does, well, they all don't share their LDs, so we're definitely going to see the LDs coming from both sides. So you're going to see where they're really going to start digging into each other's box with the Ganny, the Hathor, possibly the Ciaras, the Vanessas as well, Fran. A lot of those units are going to be taken between the two of them.
A little bit more fighting in the pick ban phase for some of those key units. And here are the stats that we've been seeing all day. Those most pick, most banned against for both FALLPANDA and thompsin. We have both those players waiting in the pick ban phase, so let's go ahead and see match 3, round 1, FALLPANDA versus thompsin.
And there it is, guys. We've got thompsin, we've got FALLPANDA. thompsin coming off a victory against Invictus, and he goes right into his next match against FALLPANDA. Round 3, match 1. FALLPANDA thompsin.
And in this matchup here, FALLPANDA does have first pick. I anticipate Hathor being a very key unit for both of them because they both share this unit. They do not share the LDs that they have. So we're going to see this fight for the normal units first before we get into the LD pools here. So I think that thompsin may be wanting to ban the Ragdoll, the FALLPANDA, because Ragdoll just presents so much volatility, but at the same time needs to be wary of that Hathor that's coming out.
So we're probably going to see LD pre-bans here.
Absolutely, we're going to see LD pre-bans here because thompsin has, Ragdoll's tough for everyone to deal with. At the same time, FALLPANDA may want to ban that Gianna because FALLPANDA has a lot of will runes and Gianna does handle his team very well here.
Oh, they're really taking up the time here on the pre-bans, and there it is. FALLPANDA does not want to see a Gianna. thompsin doesn't want to deal with the Patta.
Interesting choice here of the pre-ban on the Patter because FALLPANDA now, if he takes Hathor first pick, is going to be a little bit of a weird spot for thompsin.
Yep, let's see what FALLPANDA's first draft is. Does he need more time to think about it, or is he ready to take a unit? Locks in the Hathor, taking that from thompsin.
Locks in that Hathor here. Hathor would have been great for thompsin to have when he pre-bans that Patter, but unfortunately wasn't able to happen this game. We're going to see thompsin probably take a Ganymede of some sort and the Fran, so Fran Ganymede here.
Yep.
Very standard picks by both players.
There we go, Fran Ganymede coming from thompsin's side. FALLPANDA, we're going to see his first LD going up against thompsin, showing a little bit of cards what he's going to be aiming for.
And if I'm FALLPANDA, the LDs that are in play here, probably Vivichel, probably Ragdoll, maybe not both, but one of them, and maybe some sort of a speed lead or a Vertihile here.
Ooh, Vertihile Ragdoll, really strong team together, able to get all that attack bar. It's going to be nice for FALLPANDA, something thompson's definitely going to have to worry about.
It's a lot of attack bar gain from FALLPANDA's side, but he is a little weak to control here. So if thompsin does end up picking that violent Okeanos that he has, it's going to be very effective against FALLPANDA's side. At the same time, thompsin may want to think about a speed lead or decides just to go with the Artemel and the Shiho.
Yep, I mean, strong water damage dealer to be dealing with that Vertihile. Vertihil's definitely going through. thompsin loves to get that ban onto Ragdoll, so if he did draft that Okeanos, he's going to be safe on that side.
And drafting that Shiho tells me that that Ragdoll is likely to be banned because skill 2, that all or nothing play, basically allows the entire team of FALLPANDA to move. But FALLPANDA being very smart, knowing that thompson's likely to ban the Ragdoll, takes in the Diana to then deal with Shiho.
Yes, Diana Viva, it's definitely going to be something thompson's going to have to worry about. This last pick needs to be a solid response.
And FALLPANDA here signaling he's banning the Artemel here. With that Diana pick and the Verd pick, there's no way that that Artemel is going through. thompsin needs to make a very solid last pick here.
Goes Antares to respond to that Diana, knowing he's not going to have the Ada there to take advantage of Diana when she goes human form.
Very good last pick here, knowing that he's probably going to ban the Ragdoll. We're going to see Ragdoll Arta ban here, and we're going to see Diana not being able to transform as much because of this Fire Lich here. So very good picks and bans on both players' sides here. I think Thompson, with his damage output, may be in a favorable spot, but we'll see where this Viva Chow lines up in accordance to the lineup of Thompson's, because as we've seen, that skill 3 of Viva Chow tends to snipe out a unit off the bat.
And that's right, leader skills go out, accuracy for Thompson, resistance for FALLPANDA. Thompson's got the sustain right now, but here we go, guys. Round 3, FALLPANDA Thompson. Let's see how it plays out. Oh, we got Xiao taking first turn from Thompson.
Very fast Xiao here, going in front of the Hathor of FALLPANDAs, and we're going to see a Ganymede follow up with a reset on this Viva Chow.
Yeah, that's right. That was a big strip on Viva. Viva does not get attack bars down, but does get reset.
Fran moves in front of the Hathor too, so now Thompson has immunity on his entire team here with attack buff.
That's right. The strip's coming out and gets resisted on the Water Monkey King. Not what FALLPANDA wanted to see right now.
FALLPANDA should be going in on this Water Monkey, but at the same time, decides to take it very conservative here, afraid of that Fire Lich proc.
Yep, goes on to the defensive, and you can see Thompson looking at that second skill. Can he land some Despair Stuns?
He may choose to slow down the Diana too, which is also a very valid move. Diana here not going to be able to take as many turns here.
Yep, Mayo Wang's up. Attack buff Mayo Wang. Let's see what kind of damage we're going to see from him. Oh, big stun goes out onto the Viva and Vertiheel.
Yeah, and giant stun on the Vertiheel here. So FALLPANDA is not going to be able to cycle as many turns here. So Thompson needs to push this advantage and pump in as much damage as he can.
The refresh goes out onto Fran. He was able to Bioproc. No glancing gets put onto Diana.
And I think Fran here at this time may want to save cooldowns, let Thompson just slowly whittle down this Diana.
Oh, but he was able to get the immunity attack buffs up. Still Bioproc, and those are low cooldowns on Fran, so I'm sure he'll get that immunity back up in no time.
Yeah, and Thompson actually throwing up the immunities because Hathor was not reset. It was Viva Chow that was reset. So at this point, Thompson is balancing between that, does not want to go to sleep.
Yep, that is right. Goes for the AoE. No Despair Stuns go out. And obviously Diana gets boosted up, being in unicorn form.
And Diana with a giant proc there can now transform.
Oh, there we go. We're going to go for it, but this Antares could possibly cut. He's taking a gamble. Goes and does a ton of damage to the Fran. And there it is. Antares does cut. We're going to see a ton of damage and the Despair Stun
and
onto Diana.
another proc there.
And another proc. Oh my god, he's going to drop the Diana. Does not finish it off, but I think he finishes it off with the Shihao.
And that's the end of Diana. Double proc from the Fire Lich. That's why you got to be careful of the Fire Lich when you bring a pony into the field. So FALLPANDA's Diana just drops some full to nothing off 2 Fire Lich procs.
That's right. He took a gamble trying to focus down Fran, and he paid for it.
At this point here, Thompson just needs to sustain and let his Water Monkey do the work here. Water Monkey going to pretty much be able to solo that Vertiheel.
Yeah, that's right. FALLPANDA putting that Antares down, the Fran down. It's not looking good for him, and he does not even land the strip onto Xiao. Xiao still remains attack buff. We're going to see a big third skill coming out.
Yeah, this third skill is going to do a lot of damage. Alter Ego attack, pumping in damage, almost killing the Viva Chow.
Yep, that's right. Viva's up. We need a Vile Proc from no Vile Proc for the Viva.
And Viva Chow actually has skill 2 up, but it's not going to be enough sustain. When this Antares comes back online, Thompson has a lot more damage.
And FALLPANDA still trying to focus down. The Ganymede, the reset comes out on a Viva. No more sustain on FALLPANDA's side right now. Stuns go out, stuns up Viva, stuns up Hathor. And you can see, oh, another Vile Proc coming from Thompson's side. He's able to finish off Viva Chill. Not looking good at all for FALLPANDA.
And that basically seals it.
Yep, FALLPANDA concedes to Thompson for round 1 victory.
Thompson's got 1 point on the table in the winner's match. Again, the winner of this set moves on to America's Cup. FALLPANDA has got to put something on the table right now, and he really enjoys taking risks with his Wind Unicorn. It's not something that you're used to seeing. I really like watching it, but it's kind of a bummer when it doesn't pay off for him.
Yeah, it definitely is. Antares was just a huge, huge unit. He needed to keep it down. He just didn't have enough control to keep the Antares away.
And not just proccing and doing a lot of damage, but also stunning that Diana. So Diana could not go back to pony form to become tankier again, and then proccing again to kill it. Just adding insult to injury on that stun and just wiping it off the table in 1 pop there.
It's the perfect counter to that Wind Unicorn, and Thompson did a great job of controlling the Vivichel. We'll we'll see if that continues in the second round of winner's match.
Here we go. If Thompson wins this, he's going to move on. But if FALLPANDA wins this, we're going to see a match 3 between the two. You could see the pre-bans before. FALLPANDA pre-banning Gianna. Thompson pre-banning Pata.
And in this situation, you might see more LD pre-bans. What we didn't see that could have been pre-banned last time was the Ragdoll and the Artemel. So we may see those 2 pre-bans, and FALLPANDA is going to need to be facing a Gianna this time, and Thompson will be fighting that Paddor.
Yep, that is right. Now, I feel like a Nephthys ban isn't too much. FALLPANDA has been showing a ton of immunity from his team, so even a pre-ban on Nephthys could be strong.
Pre-ban on Nephthys definitely viable because it does have that speed lead. Artemel's a little bit more predictable in what it does. Nephthys is not. But if FALLPANDA is fully willed up, Nephthys does not do as much on turn 1. And if Fran is picked, Nephthys does not do as much either.
And we saw how fast Nephthys was before, taking first turn out of all of his units.
Exactly.
Oh, and there's those pre-bans. Ada gets pre-banned on Thompson's side. Thompson's going to pre-ban the Ragdoll on FALLPANDA's side.
And Thompson's probably going to slam down that Hathor first pick and probably plan to either burst through the burst with damage onto FALLPANDA's Patter or just ban it outright here.
There we go. Or you could draft that Fran. I don't think he wanted FALLPANDA having that Fran as well. I think he's going to be juggling, but he goes for the Hathor.
Goes with the Hathor, and we're going to see standard picks from FALLPANDA, but he does take that Patter very early.
Very early, allowing Thompson to plan for it.
And actually, what Patter's weak against here is Vertihile. More damage, more turn cycling here. FALLPANDA here really showing his hand face up off the bat here.
Yep, definitely. I mean, Thompson's going to bring in more Sustain, and we've been seeing it all through the prelims and even through Group A that Sustain has been winning matches.
Absolutely, it has been, and I think FALLPANDA needs to take damage here. So it goes with Viva, which is kind of damage on skill 3, and Shiho here. I would have liked to see a Daphnis there, but that is okay. Shiho also does very well against Vertihile.
Yep, most definitely. So Thompson, he's going to be seeing probably a little bit more damage coming from. We may see an LD unit.
We may see a Nephthys here. Here's the thing, if FALLPANDA's Ganymede is slower than Hathor, that kind of defeats the purpose of bringing in that Shiho Ganymede. FALLPANDA may be in a very rough spot here.
Yep, that is right. Thompson wrapping up his draft with Gianna Nephthys.
Very standard, 2 LDs coming out at the end. Can't go wrong with those 2. Gianna being a great pick against full will teams, and Nephthys being able to silence everything and provide defense break is going to make teams very squishy when Vertihile's on the field.
That's right. Maybe we're going to see some Sustain coming from FALLPANDA.
We may see some Sustain here, but maybe just more aggression here. And I think when we see that aggression, the ban is probably, anything is fair game, but I think that Vertihile is very scary.
Oh, he bans out Patter, and then Gianna gets banned out on Thompson's side. Very interesting. Wasn't really expecting to see that. Leader skills are going to be coming out. We're definitely going to see, we're definitely going to see a speed lead coming from Thompson. I don't think Thompson really passes up speed leads.
Yeah, Thompson's definitely going speed lead here. FALLPANDA going for the attack over the accuracy lead there. So interesting to note, he's counting on a proc from that Diana to be able to burst through Thompson's units.
Yep, that is right. Here we go, guys. Round 2, FALLPANDA Thompson. Winner moves on. Other one moves down to lower bracket. Nephthys taking first turn, but first gonna be poking something.
Exactly, first turn not doing much. May want to control the attack bar of the Diana here.
Yep, that is correct. He's gonna be going in for second skill. Sweet Dreams goes out onto the Viva.
And FALLPANDA's Fran moving in front of the Shiho Ganymede, or sorry, Thompson's Fran moving in front of the Shiho Ganymede. So FALLPANDA kind of in a weird spot here with that Ganymede reset.
Yeah, definitely. He's gonna continue focusing down Diana, not wanting to boost up Diana's attack bar by hitting anybody else.
At this point here, if FALLPANDA does proc, is a lot of damage that's coming out here. So that's something Thompson is a little bit weary of and needs to boost up his team and get in some damage soon.
Yep, that's right. So you can see FALLPANDA's trying to focus in out Fran. We get a Vile proc coming from Viva.
We may see an offensive skill 3 here with that Diana being set up next, but instead he chooses to go more conservative with skill 2.
Yep, he does. We're gonna see a strip. He's got immunity up. He's probably gonna be applying some damage.
Yeah,
Does
definitely.
he choose to go for it? He goes for the Hathor. I thought I was gonna see a Fran.
No, he's going after the Nephthys here to strip off the attack.
I'm sorry, Nephthys.
But at the same time here, Diana needs to stun something here once it strips, or else it's not going to do much. And Nephthys also has skill 2, but FALLPANDA does have Will up on his team.
That's right. Can he get the stun on a Hathor? He does get the stun on a Hathor. He's able to Vile proc as well. He needs to get some serious turn cycling.
As we said, he was counting on that proc with that extra attack here. That Diana does get that proc, chooses to strip off the Nephthys here.
He needs a stun. If he can stun up this Nephthys, it's going to be looking very good for FALLPANDA. does not, but the counter comes out. He can't transform.
Can't transform unless it procs again here. The Nephthys here basically has to tunnel this Diana because it does not have another option.
Yep, that's right. Tac buff up big. Oh, we get a Vile proc from Hathor.
But FALLPANDA's team is all on immunity, but here's the thing. He does not have immunity after this turn, but thompsin decides just to use the skill 3.
Oh, but no sleep goes out onto Diana.
Unfortunate resist here, so if that Diana procs here, thompsin is in trouble.
That's right. He's going to continue focusing out Diana. He was able to get the Vile proc with the Verti-heal.
So at this point here, thompsin just needs a cycle and is doing more damage to FALLPANDA's Diana here, just cycling and doing more damage over and over here.
Yep, chooses just to skill 1 the Diana and not get the defense break with that second skill.
And thompsin's definitely looking at the attack bars of that Verti-heal versus that Shiho here, worried that if Shiho all or nothing's his team, he could get a full team stun.
Oh, went for the sleep on a Ganymede. Ganymede's not going to be taking a turn unless he Vile procs.
Fran's gonna need a proc here.
No proc from Fran.
No proc from Fran means that Shiho is free to use skill 2 onto thompsin's team here. So we'll see how many units that stuns up there, or if he was able to lap and have Fran move in front.
Oh, thompsin still not wanting to go for that second skill, but he does get the silence on a Ganymede. We're seeing that third skill coming out onto Nephthys. He drop the Nephthys right here.
And we're gonna see, does this Fran move in front of the Shiho? If Shiho moves in front, that is huge for FALLPANDA.
And there it is, big stuns coming out. Can he get everybody and finish off the Nephthys? And he does. Double stuns are going on. Hathor and Verti-heal. We're gonna get a cleanse up.
Fortunate for thompsin that Hathor did resist, or that Fran did resist that stun. So at this point, he can pick up that bird and continue turn cycling. This Diana's almost done.
Oh, Diana was able to Vile proc. She can now cycle again. We're going to see that damage coming onto either the Hathor or the Fran. Does he want to eliminate the sustain? No, goes for the Hathor. He's going to be transforming. He's looking to finish off that Hathor here with a skill 1 in unicorn form.
The giant proc because Hathor goes down now, and thompsin's stuck with 2 units, a Fran and a Verti-heal, facing against a Shiho here.
That's right, and he's able to really stop this Fran from taking any turns at all.
So I think thompsin's going to try to down the Diana, but it might not be enough here.
Yep, that's right. Oh, big sleep and a Vile proc coming from Fran. Fran's able to heal up. We're seeing some damage coming towards Hathor. The Diana finishes off the Diana with the Verti-heal.
Yeah, Diana goes down, but that Shiho is going to destroy this Verti-heal whenever it decides to.
Ton of damage going on to Fran. Fran's able to get a good size heal off. It's probably not going to be enough, though.
Yeah, and at this point here, thompsin, again, resetting himself, thinking about how he can take that third match.
Yep, that is correct. You can see he's trying to focus out the Fran, wants to eliminate the sustain on his team. He's definitely thinking about his next match. Most definitely thinking about his first match. Can he get the attack bar reduction? I don't think he got the attack bar. I know he got the attack break, though. And
we saw this in the first match when thompsin fought Invictus. Thompsin does like to take his time to really think about what he should be doing the next game. So
that's right. We're getting a lot of Vile procs from Fran. I mean, Fran could make this happen if he gets a double stun here like he did. It's not looking good for thompsin. And he needs to start resetting this Fran so that Fran's not going to get any more sustain.
So Water Monkey again got reset, pumping in more damage. It's gonna eliminate this Fran here. And thompsin left with the Verti-heal, likely not able to.
Yep, that's it. As we've seen before, thompsin really likes to think through these matches and start deciding what he wants to draft for the next match.
Thompsin has all the time in the world to think about what he wants to do, taking that time. Very good tournament play here, shows that experience, knows that it's not over. He has time to think about it.
Yep, definitely. FALLPANDA taking it from thompsin. We got a 1-1 right now, guys. We have a match.
FALLPANDA evens it up. Now both players are at game point for who moves on to the America's Cup on August 31st. thompsin was really fishing for an opportunity to use that Dark Desert Queen effectively, that Nephthys, but just couldn't find it.
No, he never had an opening to land that defense break. I personally feel like he had a Ganymede and he had the Diana open. I feel like if he used that second skill, he could have saved a little bit of time by eliminating possibly one of those, getting that defense break out there.
Right, or at least leaving a lasting impression before she died.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly, and at the same time, that Diana from FALLPANDA's side did take quite a few additional turns there, and that's how FALLPANDA was able to do a lot of damage and basically take thompsin down there.
All right, guys, this is round 3, the final round of the winner's match. Let's see who moves on to the America's Cup and who gets knocked down into loser's bracket.
That's right. Here we go. The last match between FALLPANDA and thompsin. You can see those pre-bans being Ragdoll and Atamiel on FALLPANDA's side.
So we're going to see in this match, it's likely going to be reversed and look a lot like that first game where we saw that Gianna pre-ban and we saw that Patter pre-ban.
Yep. We probably are going to see the exact same thing. You can see they really don't want to play against those two units.
And it's interesting to note FALLPANDA is actually not very scared of Neftis, has never really been worried about it and just kind of played into it. So
I think he played great against it that
I think
time,
he played
for sure.
absolutely great in there. So we see that pre-ban coming out as expected, that Gianna and Patter pre-ban here.
Yep, that's right. So we have FALLPANDA was the first pick here. Definitely want to stealing that Hathor. Hathor becoming a very, very great unit.
Hathor,
Always
always
a
a
great
great unit. Going to take that Hathor. Thompson's going to respond with Fran Ganymede here to be able to split the Gany Hathor combo of FALLPANDA and also bring immunity to his team.
Yep, that's right. Now the Fran, it failed him last match. It did, but I feel like he still takes that Fran away from him.
Yeah, no questions asked here. He goes with that Fran Ganymede combo. Here's where we're going to see some deviation. Does FALLPANDA lock in that Ragdoll now? Or does FALLPANDA choose to go with some other bruiser, maybe a Vertihile, taking away that unit that Thompson likes to use so much?
I think FALLPANDA needs to hold on to that Ragdoll. And he shows it already, Ragdoll Viva. I feel like showing that early like that, you're just setting Thompson up to like, I know I'm going to be pre-banning this. Keep drafting and I'll just counter after that.
Maybe a bit preemptive on the two LDs, but again, Ragdoll Viva's so good, maybe it's okay. He has a FALLPANDA will have stronger last two picks here, so I would have split that personally, but I think this is perfectly fine here. Thompson knows what he's up against. I would really like to see a Daphnis coming out of Thompson, knowing that that Viva Chow's on Will. But at the same time, he goes with the standard Vertihile and the Water Monkey. This tells me that ban is coming on that Ragdoll because Water Monkey gives too much attack bar to the Ragdoll owner side.
Yep, that's right. That big AoE second skill, man, really boosts everybody's attack bar if you have a Ragdoll on the field.
And do we see a Fire Lich coming out? Because we know Thompson is banning that Ragdoll, but at the same time, you know, or we might see an Artemail here as well, given the fact that there's Diana on the field. Artemail and Fire Lich both do very well against Diana.
Yep, that's right. Now, that's not a ton of sustain on FALLPANDA's side. He's going to have to hold on to that Reckless Assault when he really needs it.
It's not a lot of sustain, but it's a lot of damage, a lot of burst damage that he's providing here. So if Thompson can survive that burst damage, he'll be in an okay spot.
That's right, and there we go. He does bring in the Atamiel.
Does bring in the Artemail here. I think Thompson is very clearly banning this Ragdoll. At the same time, FALLPANDA really needs to think about long-term, how does this stack up? We know his Ragdoll's being banned. Perhaps a ban is on Artemail, knowing that Diana's coming through. You don't want to get stunned in the face every time.
Yep, that's right. So bans are coming out right now. We should see him on the units they can't really deal with. He does ban that Ragdoll. Of course, Thompson always banning that. And you see the sustain is being banned on Thompson's side.
So we see that Fran is banned. Very interesting ban here, given the fact that it's very tough for FALLPANDA to deal with the Artemail here. And if Artemail was banned, FALLPANDA's Diana would chew through this Water Monkey. So very interesting choice of a ban by FALLPANDA here. And given this, I think Thompson's Artemail, while it does sustain itself, you know, FALLPANDA's going to need to do a lot of damage off the bat.
Definitely. Now he does have a defense break on his team. He's going to have to keep that up on the Atamiel to really reduce some of that damage. But here we go, guys. FALLPANDA Thompson, winner, moves on. We're going to see a first turn coming from Thompson. He's got Water Monkey King up. He's going to be going for a strip onto the Viva. Really needs to land this, and he does get the strip. Ooh, he's able to get a second turn as well. Can he get a first turn stun? No first skill stun.
But Thompson at the same time is going to be going to sleep. This Hathor does have skill 3 up and it's on Will. Was not able, had to reset one of the units and wasn't the Hathor. So Hathor is going to put Thompson's team to sleep.
All right, let's see if FALLPANDA really starts going on the aggressive here.
I think he takes a conservative for now. No, chooses to go aggressive.
Let's see what Atamiel's going to respond, and we're going to see if he gets a Despair Stun or some solid damage. No Despair Stun goes out. It's a good amount of damage, though.
Gets cut by the Vertihile as well. The attack bar of the Vertihile was full when the Diana transformed, so Diana's going to eat 2 shots to the face here. Artemail's going to come in on his Diana. Let's see how much damage it does and if it stuns or not.
Yep, if he does get that Despair Stun, he does not have the cleanse and the heal up from Viva, but he chose to heal up.
And Thompson chose to heal up knowing that he is going to sleep and needs this Water Monkey to survive.
Big resistance on Vertihile and Ada.
Big resistance from those two. FALLPANDA forced to sleep that Artemail for 1 turn only, but leaves that Vertihile up.
Yep, can he get the stun? No stun goes out.
I think FALLPANDA needs to go straight for it with
right for the Reckless Assault, not having any sustain to keep up Mo Long.
And Thompson does not have heal from the Artemail, so if there's enough damage going into Vertihile, it will go down.
We're going to see a second skill. He needs quad stun here.
Thompson does need this Water Monkey to do work.
Oh, double stun goes out onto the Viva and the Mo Long.
So does he go for it, or does he take the safer route and go on the Shiho? Does go for the Shiho.
Yep, does go for the Shiho. Some more damage goes out on Diana. You can't heal up this Diana.
And Diana actually almost gone here, only at 1/3 health here. Needs to be very conservative with his plays now.
Does not receive a stun onto the Water Monkey King. More damage onto Diana. Diana is able to get an additional turn. She's going to cycle more. She's going to definitely take out this Water Monkey King.
And it's going to be a trade here. This Artemail is going to do a lot of damage to this Diana.
Oh, Despair Step, but we get another additional proc coming from Diana.
FALLPANDA needs to not crit here, or else if it crits, it's dead.
Oh, it holds on!
It holds!
Oh! No stuns. We received absolutely nothing coming from that second skill from Molong.
So this is a dead Diana here, but the question is, does FALLPANDA have enough to take a full health Artamiel?
He has the defense break, but let's see if Thompson sees that and tries to eliminate it. He is. He's definitely trying to take that out. Does he refresh the Ada to get the heal up?
I think you do. Make that Vertihell live a little bit longer, and then eventually just wear down your opponent.
I don't think the Hathor can get the kill. Oh, he's going to boost up his Zarda.
Big proc there, so that Artemail does have a heal, and he's moving next after this Ganymede.
Glancing goes out. There's the heal onto Vertial. Does not look good for FALLPANDA. He needs a defense break. Chose to go for Vertiheal.
Goes after the
Vertiheal's up.
Vertiheal here. At the same time, Thompson's whole team is moving next. He's in the commanding spot.
Yep, that is right. Changing his target to the Viva Chill. Oh, but he's able to Vile proc. He's going to dump attack bars right here.
That's a big proc here because this Viva Child does not have skills anymore. No more sustain on FALLPANDA's side.
Yep, that is right. Does not finish off this Molong just yet. There it is. Finishes off Molong. He can reset to heal up again if he really wants to.
And at this
And
point
he
here,
does.
no heals on Thompson's side. We may be seeing him at the OGN studio at the end of August.
That is correct. I don't think he's going to have... Oh, he's getting some Vile procs right now, but he needs to get some sustain up. He's got cooldowns all are down onto the Viva. He's going to choose to wake somebody up.
Gotta wake up the Ganymede because the Ganymede does the least amount of damage on Thompson's side here, but Thompson's Ganymede does proc.
Procs a lot. Ganymede's procking a ton. Does not receive a first skill stun, first skill sleep onto the Ganymede. We're going to see more attack bars getting dumped on FALLPANDA's side.
And FALLPANDA just needed one proc from one of these two units, but did not get it. So unfortunately, that Ganymede did outpace his team. That Viva Child's going down here.
That's right. Another Vile proc from Ganymede drops that Viva Chill. So many procs onto that Ganymede this round. That is going to be it. That's round 3. Thompson's moving on. We're going to see him in SWC America's Cup.
That was Thompson's ticket to the America's Cup on August 31st. He's done for the day. He did what he came here to do, but that's not the end for FALLPANDA. He's just getting knocked down into loser's bracket, so don't fret if you enjoyed watching him play, as we all did. Staying true to that aggressive play style, not bringing a lot of sustain and forcing Thompson to play the same way by banning that Fran. Make it a bud. Did you like that sort of play style?
I thought it was very interesting here, but it basically showed that Thompson's going very aggressive, did a lot of damage here, had a good key moments here. At the same time, FALLPANDA with a little interesting target choice here, wavering between that Vertihell, between that Water Monkey. I think if he took a risk on that Vertihell, he'd be in a better spot. But again, you know, that's how it turned out.
That's right, and actually you got there before I even thought of it too. He did change targets. He's focused down that Vertihell, but then swapped over to Shiho. Stoic, did you like that choice?
I mean, I do, because the only threat towards that Diana was the Artamiel. And honestly, the Artamiel didn't do a ton early into the Diana, but ended up, you know, really starting to apply a whole lot of damage, some despair stuns as well. But I think eliminating a unit like that, having that Diana on the field, definitely try to focus out that Xiao, and I think he had to make that move. So
right.
If he got rid of that Water Monkey King, we may have seen a new outcome, honestly.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, very good point. Let's go ahead and see the results of that last match. There we go. So here's what we're looking at right now. Group A, match 1, saw FALLPANDA take the win against drmzjoseph. drmzjoseph with the win against FALLPANDA in round 2, and then finally FALLPANDA securing that 2-1 against drmzjoseph in match 1 of Group A. Then we saw Thompson versus Invictus. Clean 2-1 win from Thompson. Invictus putting up a great fight. Again, we'll be seeing Invictus and drmzjoseph later on today. And then what we all just saw, Thompson 2-1. No clean 2-0s so far. This is the kind of tournament I like to see.
Exactly.
Everyone has a chance here.
And here's the revised bracket. Now here's what to expect going forward. We just did match 1 and match 2 and match 3. Thompson has now advanced over to the America's Cup. We've got match 4 and match 5, the last chance coming up. But to see who's joining FALLPANDA there, we're gonna have to get through match 4 with drmzjoseph and Invictus after a short break. Here we go, guys. So we've got a lot more looking forward to. Be sure to fill out that survey again. I keep forgetting to remind you guys, we're in between matches right now. Sign up for a chance to win some cool in-game rewards. We'll also be having some coupon codes today. We'll be sure to be putting that first one right here. You can see it at the bottom of your screen. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time and just snap a photo of that. Guys, we still have match 4 as well as the losers match, the last chance to see who else moves on to America's Cup with Thompson. But before that, we're going to take a brief break. We'll see you back here shortly. Hello everyone and welcome back to the SWC 2019 America's Cup Group Stage A. I am still your host, Evan, and I'm joined at the table by Stoic and Make It a Bud. How are you guys, and what was your favorite match so far?
Personally, gotta go with my swag member.
Nice.
Thompson Invictus, just setting the tone, moving forward.
And doing great, and actually my favorite match is similar to Stoic's here. I do like that matchup between Thompson and Invictus. I actually really liked Invictus's draft in the second game here with that Rakuni, Fran, Triana. Reminds me a lot of what I used to do as a player when I survived Gane Hathors in Control.
And I'm learning that I'm actually loving FALLPANDA in every match that he's been in. Love that aggressive play style. Let's go ahead and take a second look at the overview of the tournament if you're just joining in now. So we've got 4 players here today for a total of 5 matches. We've got 2 matches remaining in the tournament to decide who goes with Thompson to the America's Cup on August 31st. And if you're enjoying what you're seeing here today, we've got the rest of the group stages every Saturday after today, same time, same place. These players are playing for a slice of the $20,000 prize pool at the America's Cup and hopefully a $140,000 prize pool at the World Championship. The name of the game is the SWC 2019 mode, which means that they can't consistently pre-ban the same monster in between rounds, so we've gotten to see some interesting pick ban phases so far. Here's what happened before the break. Rather, here are the players that we're dealing with today. We got drmzjoseph, Thompson, Invictus, and FALLPANDA. And we have a revised bracket for you coming up right now. The next match that we're going to be seeing is match number 4 with drmzjoseph and Invictus. And the loser of that match is, or rather the winner of that match is going to meet FALLPANDA in match 5, and the loser is going to be booted out of the tournament. Then after match 5, we'll have a second person going to the America's Cup. For right now, we got drmzjoseph and Invictus coming up. Oh, actually, you know what? Before we see drmzjoseph and Invictus, we actually have a highlight reel of what's happened so far. Let's go ahead and see that highlight reel right now. Here we go. So here's what's happened so far. We saw FALLPANDA versus drmzjoseph. And this is the root of where I start saying that FALLPANDA's aggressive playstyle is my favorite part of the tournament thus far.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw a lot of damage from FALLPANDA that game, killing the Aegir, just using his LDs to his advantage and taking out drmzjoseph there with some big procs on a Ganymede too in one of the matches.
After that, we saw Thompson and Invictus. Tell us about Thompson, Stoic.
I mean, Thompson, he always comes out
A lot of damage coming out.
kind of aggressive. I mean, the Antares pick, Antares has been fantastic for Thompson, so it's been really nice to see that. And everybody has not been dealing well against Ada. They have not been drafting well to handle the defense-based unit. And then, like Invictus, that second match with Invictus was huge, bringing all that sustain. Thompson wasn't able to come out on top with that match. But in that third match, Thompson did. He drafted accordingly. I don't think he was ready for what Thompson had to bring there.
And the matchup in FALLPANDA versus Thompson, we just basically saw a lot of pre-bans on LDs and drafting around the Viva Chow, the Neftis. We saw Thompson actually winning that third match with some good play there.
Sweet Dreams goes out onto the Viva.
And here we see in the second game here, FALLPANDA able to bio proc out this Diana multiple times here, being able to steal that victory. Because of that, we knew FALLPANDA with the attack lead there doing extra damage with that Diana, did get those procs and was able to win that second game.
And with that match, Thompson got his ticket to the America's Cup, and we're still trying to find that second player that's going to join him there. We've got drmzjoseph and Invictus in the pick ban phase of round 1 of match 4. Take it away, guys.
Here we go. So drmzjoseph looking for a little bit of redemption, and it's going to be right up against Invictus. But Invictus not going to falter. He's got to play drmzjoseph for round 1, match 4.
And pre-bans make a lot of sense here. drmzjoseph knows that Invictus does not have Hathor. drmzjoseph does have Hathor. So drmzjoseph there pre-banned the Josephine there so that Invictus would not have access to it. And Invictus doing likewise knowing he doesn't have Hathor.
Yep, Joseph did his homework. He's taken the CR from Invictus.
Very smart player pick there, taking away the CR because neither player has Vanessa. So now drmzjoseph is the only one with a significant speed lead.
Yep, that is right. So Invictus got Ganymede Fran. Nothing wrong with the Ganymede Fran, but drmzjoseph responds with a Diana and Shihao.
Good picks here by drmzjoseph, going very aggressive, tells me he is not banning that Fran. And maybe not the Ganny, maybe, but Invictus will likely counter with an Okeanos and maybe a Fire Lich into this team here. But at the very least, we're going to see an Okeanos because Invictus likes that unit a lot and it provides him a lot of air cover and control towards Joseph's rather slow team at this moment.
Yep, that is right. Invictus also has to draft a little bit of damage here, but I mean, we've seen the full sustain comp coming from Invictus as well.
We have. We won't see the full sustain here, not likely because Shiho and the Diana do a lot of damage, but we do see that Oki that we were talking about, and one more. No, he goes with the sustain, so very light on damage from Invictus.
Yep, again, very light on damage. drmzjoseph showing that Raccoon. I think we all really like to see this Raccoon right now.
Good Raccoon pick here, making it very awkward for Invictus with that Okeanos Ganny. Very tough to control. Means you almost have to tunnel down the Raccoon, but don't have a strong damage dealer.
That's right. I mean, it's looking very aggressive on drmzjoseph's side with that Xiao and Diana wrapping up his draft with the Verti heal as well.
I think drmzjoseph has a good draft here and is likely going to just ban whatever 5th unit comes out of Invictus. drmzjoseph kind of has every component on the field here. If I'm Invictus, I'm actually banning that Raccoon and picking a damage dealer. We see the Belinus come out that got banned last time. It's likely going to get banned again, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, drmzjoseph, he's not showing the immunity. How often has he played against the Belinus? Will he let it through?
I think drmzjoseph is content to ban that 5th unit of Invictus, but we'll see Invictus likely banning out that Raccoon here because Raccoon counters out Okeanos and the Belinus here. Invictus's path to victory is controlling down with Ganny, Oki, and whatever damage he has.
That's right. Bans go out. He bans the Verti-heal, but Belinus gets banned on Invictus's side.
Interesting ban on the Verti-heal here. Invictus does now need to balance and work around that Raccoon. It's going to be a little awkward for him in this game.
Yep, that is right. Here we go, guys. Round 1. What match is it? Match 4 between Joseph and Invictus.
And we see here that everything on Joseph's side is on Will, and that Raccoon is very fast here, almost at the same speed as this Okeanos.
Yep, got the strip onto the Water Monkey King.
And we're going to see this Diana do some work. If that thing procs more than once, that is game over.
All right, can we get a first turn stun? No first skill stun going out onto the Okeanos.
And Invictus needs to wait for his Ganny Hathor, for his Ganny Oki to go online here. He might need to reset that Shiho here and let that Okeanos stun later. Instead goes for the more conservative play.
Yep, so he reboost the skills up on Fran. Fran's gonna have immunity and attack power up. We have Diana transforming to apply some damage onto the Fran, trying to keep the Fran back, but we have a first skill, and he's gonna, but he chose to heal up instead of reducing the attack bar
so
of
that
Diana.
Sierra has no clean bomb target. Very smart and lucky that Invictus's Triana did cut that Sierra there.
Yep, here we go. More damage out onto the Fran.
But
Going for that 3rd skill as well.
And at this point here, the Water Monkey opens up a hole for this bomb from Sierra coming out.
Getting a Bioproc as well, applying more damage. Bomb coming out from Fran.
But Okeanos...
No, we've got a stun coming out. Can he get the stun? Lands that stun onto Sierra. He needed that.
And Raccoon does cleanse, but it doesn't matter. Raccoon moves after Sierra here.
That's right. We get a Bioproc, getting Diana back on her feet, continuing to focus down Fran. He needs to get a nice stun or kill this Fran.
If he procs one more time, that is the end.
Oh, does not. So he's going to heal himself up. Does not get an additional proc to get more sustain onto the Fran. We're going to see a reset coming out onto Diana. Does not want to see it transform anymore.
At the same time, if Diana procs once, Invictus is in a lot of trouble. So good reset there, but he's also hanging on by the skin of his teeth.
That's right. So we have another reset coming out. So he already reset the Diana. Goes to the reset, lands it onto Water Monkey King. More sustain coming out onto Fran. Fran's looking a little better right now, but still. So definitely afraid of this Diana.
And he does not land the glancing, but does not matter because Diana is able to, is reset there.
Yep, exactly. Bombs coming out. Someone's gonna eat this. Ganymede, big resistance on the Ganymede.
So he eats a dot, does not eat the bomb here, but drmzjoseph does have another bomb next turn because that Sierra just procced.
That's right. Crit rate, Sierra, by the way, you see all that attack bar boosted up.
That's a lot of damage onto the Water Monkey.
That was a ton of damage out of the Water Monkey. Also gets the Bioproc, more sustain going out. We see a first skill coming from Water Monkey King, and he's got immunity up.
But at the same time, immunity up makes it challenging for that Sierra to land a bomb here. Invictus does have Okeanos, Reina Stones up next turn. He's waiting, he's looking for that moment.
Yep, that's right. So he's looking to push the attack bar back on that. Diana really does not want to see. Oh, he needs glancing. He needs glancing right now, or does he refresh?
I think he goes for the glancing here, but he's looking to refresh. That's what it signifies, but he goes for the glancing.
Lands the glancing. Does he gamble it, or does he just go for a first turn? Goes to the first turn. He's able to Vileproc. He's going to take out this Fran right here.
And drmzjoseph does Vileproc and has a Water Monkey to follow up.
So that's the passive. Pop, but we don't have any skills up on this Triana.
So at this point here, Invictus does have Okeanos with third skill coming up, but this Fran is gone.
Yep,
it is going down.
There it is, finishes off Fran. We've got a first skill. Stun on Okeanos. He's shutting down Invictus right now. Invictus has got no room to breathe.
Great plays there by drmzjoseph, and also bombs at Triana and stuns it up here with the Sierra.
There it is. So much damage coming from that Ciara. So much damage.
Huge damage from that Ciara, and that Triana's on a crit damage build, so that Triana's going down now. That's the end of the game.
Yep, that is it. drmzjoseph taking round 1 against Invictus. Man!
There we go, drmzjoseph with 1 point on the board. Once that Light Fairy Queen was out of the game, it was easy for Joseph to take control with that Ciara. You guys were saying that they both share Ciara, the Wind Oracle, as a speed leader and don't have that Fire Valkyrie. So we're going to be seeing them fight over that consistently in the pick ban phase, right?
Yeah, definitely. You're definitely going to see that.
It definitely dictates first turn, and we saw that Raccoon was so fast against Invictus's team, actually moving in front of a lot of units there, and that's because of that speed lead. So I think that's going to be the key to this matchup.
Raccoon, one of the few 3-stars that we see consistently picked at SWC. He has a lot of tournament experience, making it very difficult for Okeanos everywhere. We've got these players in the pick ban phase of round 2. Let's go ahead and see it.
All right, guys, we got a round 2 between drmzjoseph and Invictus. Invictus sitting on a big 0 right now. He needs to get a win to keep himself alive.
Absolutely, and last game, we saw the pre-bans on the Josephine and the Hathor. Invictus will have to face a Hathor this time around, but he will have a Josephine in his back pocket. So keep in mind, drmzjoseph will likely take a Diana knowing that Invictus does have the Josephine pick and will likely take it. So this is kind of how the picks are going to work here. We see the pre-bans. Interesting pre-bans.
So he pre-bans his own speed lead, but the Cheyenne comes out against drmzjoseph. He's predicting that he was going to twin cleave him this time.
That's actually a very good pre-ban, because if Sierra got banned and the twin cleave comes out, Invictus does not have a clean answer. So go with those pre-bans and slams a Ganny down first to split that Ganny. Exactly.
That's right. And then drmzjoseph making sure he took that Josephine away from Invictus, and then also drafting the Hathor on top of that.
I'm not sure about the Josephine so early on. Hathor actually does okay against the Josephine. Invictus is incentivized to take a Diana early on because you can't give that up.
I think Invictus, if he has the Diana, he has to draft it right now.
He definitely has the Diana. If he doesn't draft it now, and he takes a Verd, drmzjoseph may want to take this Diana here.
And there it is.
And there it is. And Invictus may want to take an Antares, some sort of Fire Lich, or some way to deal with Diana. I do not think the Triana is the answer unless he chooses to ban the Diana here.
It's really looking good for drmzjoseph. If he does draft that Antares, he's got the Water Monkey King, he's got the Josephine, both of them strong units to go up against that Antares.
That is true too. So he does favor that Triana. It is on crit damage, does a lot of damage, but Triana is a little weak to Diana, knowing that Diana kind of goes right through that Triana passive.
I mean, Diana is not looking like the ban anymore. He's going to be letting that Diana through. Oh, drmzjoseph showing a Roke right now.
drmzjoseph showing a Roke, wanting to do a lot of burst damage. This Roke here will function mainly as an attack bar cooldown reduction unit here. I'm not sure about the Roke pick, but I think it works great. And at the same time, drmzjoseph does very well against Invictus's lineup at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if he does lock in this Roke, the only threat that he has going towards, the only threat Invictus has going towards Roke would be either the Verticule or the Antares.
So we see a Josephine banned out. Interesting ban here. And Invictus really needs to keep immunity live. That's how he's going to stay in the game here.
Yep, that is correct. All right, guys. We're going in for round 2 versus Joseph. Invictus. Can Invictus take one away from Joseph? Fran's taking a first go. We got immunity. We got attack buff up here. Ganymede God, there's nobody to apply glancing to. We're just going to get a poke out there, probably onto the Diana, not boost any attack bars up.
Classic case of Ganymede being too fast, has no target to reset. Unfortunate for Invictus there.
Yep, so he boosted up the Fran, probably foreseeing that he was going to strip and focus out the Fran, I'm guessing.
We're going to see a lot of damage going in on this Fran here. That multi-hit coming out from Rogue is going to threaten to kill really early.
And a stun as well on the fresh cooldowns on this Fran, too.
And we're going to see drmzjoseph is really debating here. Chooses to go conservative, does not want to get cut by the Lich.
Definitely the right decision. Can't take any chances right now. You got a lot of things going for you. So does Invictus, though. He's able to get that Vial proc, get his immunity back up. Not a fully healed Fran, though.
And he needs to reset that Hathor. Gets that reset on the Hathor, and he needs his, Invictus needs his Fire Lich to proc.
Nice, and he was able to dump the attack bars on everybody as well.
Big dumps on the attack bars, as you were saying here. Invictus's Fire Lich has not procced a single time yet, so he is due for one.
Yep, chose to go for sustain, getting his Fran back up there. And here we go. We need to see some Despair stuns. Oh, but he chose to go after the Rogue, receiving absolutely nothing, boosting up the attack bar of Diana as well. He has the attack break onto Rogue.
Gets his first proc of the game here.
There we go.
But that shield on that Rogue is still up and running, so Invictus has not been able to get through that.
Now, why is he first skilling Rogue when he could go for a second skill? If he's going to boost up the Diana anyways, shouldn't he go all in and go for the Despair
I think
stuns?
he's tunneling this Rogue, anticipating that most Rogues are squishy, wants it down at first, but so far has not been successful in doing much damage to it.
Does land the strips onto Fran. Fran no longer has an attack buff up. Fran gets stunned. It's not looking good for Fran. Stuns only onto the Antars.
And that's a very big proc from the Water Monkey, able to get that all or nothing skill 2 up there.
Well, skill 1 sleep coming from Triana onto the Diana. That's gonna, no way! I was gonna say that's gonna save his Fran, but Fran just ate a huge damage coming from Rogue, but was able to cleanse up that defense break.
And it's not a ton of damage on the Rogue. You see how tanky that Rogue. This is more of a support-based Rogue with that defense break and the ability to bring your team to multi-hit here.
Yep, that's right. He's got to refresh some skills, possibly the Triana, making sure he's got that skill up.
I don't know if that Triana's passive has been procced yet. He might want to think about resetting that Fran, though, at some point here. But at this point, Lich does get its second proc of the game.
That's right. No Despair stuns going out. I'm starting to wonder if this is Despair Antars or not. Big first skill sleep onto the Water Monkey. He needs that kind of gap. We've got glancing onto Diana. He's gonna go and focus out Fran. Can he finish it off?
He goes for it.
He went for it. Procs the passive. We've got Triana taking a turn. We have heals.
And that Diana needs a proc again, or else this gamble may not be worth it. Invictus should heal itself because this Fran is in danger.
Oh, I was worried if he was gonna push the attack bar or not.
That Rogue is moving next.
Yep, so there is an attack break onto the Rogue, so we're really hoping to see not a ton of damage coming from this Rogue right now.
And we're not seeing those procs from the Fire Lich. Fire Lich has not moved many times this game yet.
Oh, skill 2 sleep does go out onto the Triana. Triana just got new skills as well.
Rogue
so much damage on the Rogue. Rogue not able to finish procs passive. Vial procs is able to finish off this Fran right here. There it is, and he gets an additional proc again. Team up's coming out onto the Antars. Doesn't receive any strips on him.
Antars does get that proc finally, though, so this Rogue will be going down, or he chooses to go after the Water Monkey.
Chooses to not go after Water Monkey. Shields go up. He should have eliminated a unit when he had the chance.
I think he should have, because that's a very big shield, as we've seen from the beginning here.
Yep, that's right. So much damage coming out onto Antars from that Water Monkey King. We see a reset going out onto Hathor. It's not looking good for Invictus. Invictus does get a Vial proc. He needs to put somebody to sleep here with his first skill. No, nothing. See, now he's working on that Rogue, but he was able to finish off there.
And that all or nothing skill 2. Ooh, skill 1 does so much damage.
A lot of damage coming from skill 1. Not looking good for Invictus. His only damage that he has on the field is his crit damage to Triana.
And no glancing on the Diana. At this point here, Invictus's Triana needs to do a lot of damage, needs to proc, take out the Water Monkey, but does not proc.
Ton of damage coming from Triana.
Ton of damage. That basically took out a quarter of that Water Monkey's health, but that Hathor just proc, and it has skill 3 up coming up, and we have this Diana moving, doing damage.
Yep, here we go. Diana's about to apply a ton of damage onto this Triana. Chose not to go for the Triana, is onto the Ganymede.
And he's gonna eliminate the Ganymede and then move on to the Triana. There's no way that Triana is taking out a Diana.
Yep, no stun goes out. We're gonna see a third skill. Can he finish off Ganymede, or does Ganymede hold on?
I think we're gonna see drmzjoseph move up here.
Ganymede held on, but the Hathor is gonna be finishing off this Ganymede for sure.
Yeah, and when Diana moves again, it's gonna burst through that passive of Triana. We know that Diana does multi-hit very strong against Triana, and we see it in play here.
Yep, here we go. Chose to finish off the Ganymede, ate right through that passive.
And I think he needs to go for it, do damage to the Diana right now. Needs a proc here. That's his only way to have half a chance.
Yeah, it's a ton of damage, but he does land that. Can he get the sleep? No sleep, does not finish off Diana.
And at this point here, Invictus does have a minor chance if this Triana can proc, but this Hathor is going to sleep that Triana. Triana needs to resist here.
Oh, no resistance go out, eats the sleep, eats the attack bars. Well, first skill stun coming from the Water Monkey King onto the Wind Triana. And that is gonna be it for Invictus. Invictus gets knocked out. drmzjoseph, he's gonna go on to FALLPANDA.
drmzjoseph, great show in that match, moving on to fight FALLPANDA in the next match, in the last chance match to find out who joins Thompson at the America's Cup. So, that Raok, am I right?
That Raok
Man.
got that proc, which basically won drmzjoseph the game. Had he not gotten that violent proc, it would be an entirely different game.
Raok, the Fire Inugami, was made even better because so much of that team had first skill stuns. Now, you said that it was actually more of a utility build, right, Make It a
It
Bun?
felt like that for a while because it wasn't taking damage, but we saw how much damage that Fire Lich did, pretty much killing it from beginning to end. Like, almost all of its HP was gone. So, probably more of a mix, like a bruiser build with some form of HP defense. Bit of everything is what I think that Raok was on.
Right, and Stoic, taking us back to the pick ban phase for a second, you said that Invictus predicted a twins cleave. Now, why was he incentivized to shut that down?
I think because he saw it originally going up against Thompson. I'm pretty sure it was up against Thompson. No, not up against Thompson.
Oh,
Sorry,
it was FALLPANDA.
Yep, and that's where he twinned. He twinned him. He twinned him.
It's 2019. It's 2019.
Well, when he used the twins up against him, so I feel like he was seeing that. Like maybe he was trying to catch a pattern and maybe even stop that. Like he knew if he twin cleaved him that he wasn't going to have much of an answer for it. So he wanted to make sure that he wasn't going to see that. So eliminating one of the speed leads as well. I mean, it worked out that both speed leads happened to get eliminated that round with the Ciara and the Shiner.
And at the same time, if he does not prevent that twin cleave and loses that Sierra, Invictus would not have many answers. So I think it's great that he pre-banned that Shayna, took it off the field and said, hey, we're not playing that type of game here.
Yep.
Unfortunately, did get procced on by that Raok, which is the turning point. But overall, I did like Invictus's draft. I think both of them had pretty even drafts, and it did come down to procs, which is what oftentimes dictates the outcomes of these games.
But just to clarify, too, what is the issue with a super fast Ganny, especially on turn 1?
That's a good point you bring up. And as we saw, and I've faced myself on the ladder many times, when your Ganny is too fast, a lot of times you bump into full will. So you waste the full turn and then let your opponent's team roll out and do a lot of damage. We actually saw this out of drmzjoseph last year at the America's Cup, where all of his opponents had faster runes than him. And so they would all take their turns and not do as much because he was on will, and then drmzjoseph would pop in with a Vanessa defense break and melt their team with a Perna or something. So again, having fast units, not necessarily the way to win all the time.
That's right, will can be powerful. Guys, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the revised bracket to see what we're dealing with next. Here we go. So this is the entirety of the Group A matches. We just watched match 4 between drmzjoseph and Invictus. The first 2-0 of the tournament, by the way. Well done, drmzjoseph and Invictus. Great show. Thank you for being here. Match 5, the last chance match. FALLPANDA versus drmzjoseph, with a ticket to the America's Cup on the line.
And this time, it's the same match as what we saw in the first matchup. So drmzjoseph has that chance of getting revenge back.
Yeah, he does.
But at the same time, FALLPANDA does have first pick, being from the winner's bracket. So we'll see if that makes a difference.
That's right. You can tell who's going to be getting first pick by who comes on top in the bracket right there. Guys, again, this is a great time to mention, fill out that survey since we're in between matches at the moment for a chance to win some cool in-game prizes. We also had a coupon code come out before the break. We still have another one for you later on today. Next up, we're going to be watching FALLPANDA versus drmzjoseph. Those players are already in the pick ban phase for round 1 of the last chance match. Take it away, guys.
Here we go. FALLPANDA, drmzjoseph. So we see drmzjoseph right here. That's some of last year's footage, so nothing from earlier, but we can see like a lot of stuff that he's using. He was using a lot of Molong, he was using a lot of Perna, and that's something that we're not going to see coming into this match coming up against FALLPANDA, because we have already seen those two guys go at it.
And then from FALLPANDA's side, you see that he uses those LD units, that Ragdoll, that Viva Chell, that Patter. We're going to see drmzjoseph pre-ban several of these units. So we're going to see an exciting matchup of LDs versus just high damage from drmzjoseph's side.
Hoping to see more of that Fall Panda aggression that I keep talking about. Here's that data from RTA Season 9, most picked and banned monsters, and also most banned against, which again means that if you happen to match against these players, this is what you're most likely to ban against them.
I mean, you can see Fall Pandas with his most ban against monsters. That's strictly how the ladder went for last season. So we're probably, I mean, we may see the Cheyenne, we may see, well, pretty much the Cheyenne. I don't think we're going to see any bans or bans against him with the Sabrina and Huadam.
And on the side of drmzjoseph, the most banned against monsters is that Hathor, that Sierra, knowing that he does not have a Vanessa, so his speed lead of choice is that Sierra. So we'll see if Fall Panda is able to take advantage of that and pick up on that this matchup.
We'll have to see, because Fall Panda and drmzjoseph are in that pick ban phase right now. Here comes round 1 of the last chance match.
All right, guys, that's right. Last chance match right here. This is going to decide who's going to SWC America's Cup with Thompson. It's either going to be Fall Panda or drmzjoseph. Pre-bans go out, and it looks like Joseph's not letting that ragdoll through, and then Fall Panda shutting down the Daphnis.
Same pre-bans that we saw from the first matchup that they fought against each other, and Fall Panda's going to take that Hathor first, and drmzjoseph is going to counter with that Fran Ganymede here. Again, Fall Panda taking out that Daphnis. We haven't seen that from drmzjoseph yet, actually. So interesting pre-ban that we haven't seen it all day. Maybe Fall Panda could have changed to something else, but nevertheless, you know, he doesn't run a Daphnis, so his team might be weak against it.
Even in the previous match as well, when it was against drmzjoseph and Invictus, there was no Daphnis being drafted there. And I wonder if Fall Panda caught onto that, but he's still going to be pre-banning the Daphnis here.
And drmzjoseph opting for a Fran and Vertihile instead of splitting that Gani Hathor.
Yep. We may have a Gani Hathor coming out on Fall Panda's side. That might be something drmzjoseph wants to see instead of seeing a bunch of LD units. So you can see drmzjoseph locking in the Josephine. He's going to take the Ganymede from him.
And at the same time, Ganymede is not very good against Vertihile, actually, because there is no skill to reset. So that's why Fall Panda, instead opting for more damage with that Diana and then going Viva Chow.
Yeah, that's right. So Antares in response against this Diana. Fall Panda with the Viva Diana.
Very solid pick here. So Fall Panda either has to fight against the Antares or fight against a Vertihile.
That is right. So he's going to draft, and he's going to finish up his draft with the Pada and the Water Monkey King.
And he takes a Patter, even though drmzjoseph does not have a CC unit that is, you know, very stable CC unit. So interesting choice of the Patter here. drmzjoseph responding with high damage, exactly what he should be taking, but interesting choice on the Powder of Fall Panda side here. Probably going to be a liability for him into drmzjoseph's team.
Yeah, I really like drmzjoseph's draft right now. He's showing a lot of aggression, showing a lot of turn cycling here. But let's see how Fall Panda.
And Fall Panda needs to ban out the Antares here, or the Vertihile, and he does ban out the Antares. drmzjoseph does not want to face the volatility that Viva Chow brings, but definitely not scared of that pattern because drmzjoseph does not have a solid CC unit here.
Yep, that is right. Leader skills go out. Here we go, guys. This is round 1. Fall Panda drmzjoseph. We're going to have another match after this one, but these are very, very important matches. So who can get the edge now?
Is that Hathor faster than the Fran is an important question to answer here.
Oh, Josephine getting that provoke on the Water Monkey King. Also getting additional turn as well. Do we see a stun coming from drmzjoseph?
I think we do see a stun here, and it moves the Dino.
Very nice. Does land that stun. Fran's up, getting immunity and attack buff up. We got Verti heal to apply some attack bar on his team.
And that attack bar is going to ensure that his Sierra moves in front of Fall Panda's team. So, able to get that bomb off on Water Monkey, and this is an attack.
He has to set it off too, or else that cleanse would have been coming out from, oh my god, that cleanse would have came out from Patter. Look at all that damage onto the Water Monkey King.
Ton of damage, does need a shield here, and at the same time, Fall Panda does not have sustain, so this Water Monkey is probably gone.
Does not die to the dot.
Does not because that's a big shield from Dinah, and at the same time, able to get that invincibility going on this Water Monkey.
Yep, so strips go out. You can start to see who's going to be focusing out. Really wants to eliminate that Fran.
And at the same time, drmzjoseph does have a skill 2 heal from the Fran. Fran's almost at full HP. drmzjoseph looks to be in a good spot here.
Very, very good spot. Focusing out the Diana, not wanting to boost up her attack bar. Does land the strip, takes down the Water Monkey King to 4-3 against Fall Panda.
And FALLPANDA in a very rough spot here. No sustain, and once drmzjoseph is able to land a couple bombs from Sierra, it could be over.
Yep, nice resistance onto the Fran. Shields go up due to the Josephine passive, and you can see he wants to eliminate that Fran on drmzjoseph's team.
Needs to take out that Fran, but at the same time, that Vertihile is going to allow drmzjoseph to land a lot of bombs later on in this game. So drmzjoseph still in a commanding spot. FALLPANDA's going to need that Diana to proc a couple times.
Yep, that's a nice Vile proc, but he needed that provoke onto Diana.
Did not get that provoke, so that Diana will be moving. We'll see how many times it moves.
Yeah, we'll see. It's moved a lot in the past. See how it plays out from here. Can he eliminate the Fran? And he does so. He's able to take out Fran, going back into unicorn form. He's going to choose to stun somebody up, whether he likes it or not.
And does he take out the Vert, or does he stun the Josephine? That is the question here that we're going to see from FALLPANDA.
Oh, stun goes out, shield goes out, return stun onto the Diana.
Interesting choice here to stun that Josephine, knowing that that passive is up. So now Vertihile is going to be able to cycle, and drmzjoseph is going to have 2 full turns before FALLPANDA can even do anything.
Yep, that's right. He also stunned up that Hathor as well. Bomb's going out. Big bomb gets resisted onto that Diana. drmzjoseph really needed that bomb.
At the same time,
comes up and cleanse.
So big resist from that Diana, but see that Vertihile's taking a lot of turns. That's a lot of damage. That Sierra might be able to auto this Diana down. We'll see here. There's a lot of damage coming from this Sierra.
Yep, that's right. We're going to need a provoke. No strip provoke onto the Diana. Diana able to take some turns here. Does he choose to focus out CR? And he does.
He needs to take out that primary damage dealer now, which is Sierra, and at the same time worry about that Vert. But this Dark Druid is also going to hit for a lot of damage when it gets a turn.
Yep, that's right. He does have a skill 2 sleep. Is that the passive of Josephine up again? That passive is always up on Josephine. Stun goes out onto Diana. He's able to finish off that Diana with the Verti heal.
Not sure about that stun there, or that sleep there, because it essentially gives that Sierra a shield and allows it to live a little bit longer. We'll see what that choice is here. I don't think the Sierra is going to go down with 1 shot.
If Wild Blow goes out, CR still holding up strong. Does not have sustain to keep it up.
No sustain at this time. FALLPANDA does not have much damage either because his skills are offline. Hathor does not have sleeps up. drmzjoseph is just going to clean
He
this
needs
up.
a big resistance right now. There it is! Gets that big resistance. Hathor. No bomb is going out on Hathor.
But we see the provoke going up on the Dark Druid here, and drmzjoseph is just piling damage into this Dark Druid. Does not look good for FALLPANDA right now.
Yeah, not at all. That provoke's definitely going to stop him from getting any more immunity up. He does not tunnel. I thought he was going to tunnel the Dark Druid and chose not to.
Does not. drmzjoseph is going to cycle enough with this Vertihile that FALLPANDA will never even get another turn. It is going to be over once this bomb lands.
Bomb lands on the Hathor. There it is. He's going to set that off. Does the explosion finish off the Druid? And it finishes off the both of them. And that's going to be it. drmzjoseph taking first win against FALLPANDA.
drmzjoseph with the first point on the board in the last chance round of the Group A. Now, make it about why was the Dark Druid such a liability in that match?
Well, as you saw in that match, the Dark Druid wasn't able. There was no Hathor. There was no stuns on drmzjoseph's side. So that pattern was basically there as a raw damage dealer and occasional cleanses. But as we saw, there was not a lot of damage that came out of that Dark Druid that ended up making a difference. I think he could have picked something different, maybe a Perna or something that would do more damage.
So it might have ended up being a dead draw in the face of no CC on the other team. There was
Correct.
also a notable lack of sustain, Stoic. Was that his issue going into the match?
I mean, if he had more control, then I guess we could say it was okay for him. But I mean, not having sustain always hurts if you don't have any on the field.
Right. Yeah, and then there was the moment where maybe he should have laid off on the sleeps, because you're inadvertently healing CR, the Wind Oracle, by way of the Water Paladin's passive, right? So
That is correct.
we'll see if some of these adjustments can be made. We've got FALLPANDA and drmzjoseph in round 2 of the last chance match.
That is correct. So here we go. FALLPANDA drmzjoseph coming in round 2. FALLPANDA needs to take a win if he is going to move on. You can see the previous bans before. The Daphnis being pre-banned against Joseph. Ragdoll getting pre-banned against FALLPANDA. Will Joseph draft the Daphnis?
An interesting pre-ban on that Sierra. We did not see this in the first series. FALLPANDA picking up on the fact that drmzjoseph does not have a Vanessa, decides to take away the speed lead and heavy damage dealer of drmzjoseph.
That's right. Learning from the previous matches. drmzjoseph looking to draft in probably the Hathor. Make sure FALLPANDA doesn't have it.
I think that's a very safe first pick, knowing that FALLPANDA does not have a pattern. There's going to be fewer answers against that Hathor. And at the same time, FALLPANDA does have a Josephine, though, if he does take that Hathor.
That's correct.
So we'll see what Dreams Joseph goes with, or we could even see a Fran, or goes with the Diana.
An early Diana draft here. I don't know how I feel about it, but he is taking it away from FALLPANDA.
Interesting choice of the Diana first pick, and if I was FALLPANDA, I would counter with the Vertihile, because Vertihile's very effective into Diana. It just sits on Diana. But FALLPANDA choosing just to take the Vanessa early, even though Dreams Joseph does not have it. So Dreams Joseph can then counter with the Vertihile Fran.
Or does he take it back?
He looks like he's a little indecisive there. Really think he should lay down that Vertihile here, because it's so effective into Diana.
Really is, but he's showing the shields and the passive that he wants from Josephine, and now he's bringing back the Fran.
And he's actually a little indecisive and actually changes to go with Water Monkey, Water Paladin. Interesting choices here, and actually quite knowing that FALLPANDA does not have immunity. Well, FALLPANDA brings Ragdoll Viva Chow very good into Dreams Joseph's Shiho and Josephine.
Yep, most definitely. But I feel like he's got to bring a little bit more. There's the Vertihile you were talking about as well, being drafted by Dreams Joseph. Does he lock it in? Or are we going to see another pullback on these units?
And we may see a Fran here, because what Dreams Joseph needs is that attack buff, that heal, that sustain. That is the one missing piece of Dreams Joseph's comp, but judging by the wait time, we may see something else.
Ooh, nope, there is the Fran.
So we do see that Fran. It does round out Dreams Joseph's team, putting FALLPANDA in a weird spot here. There's a lot of damage coming from Dreams Joseph, but not a lot of burst from that FALLPANDA if that Viva Chow is banned out.
And he chose to go for the Molong over the Antares.
Chose to go with the Molong over the Antares. Antares being weak to both water units on Dreams Joseph's side, so we know that both are not being banned there.
Yep, and he was definitely banning out at that Diana, so explains why the Antares was not drafted. Bans are out, leader skills are out. We got a speed lead coming from FALLPANDA. We got an accuracy coming from Dreams Joseph. Round 2, guys. FALLPANDA needs a win to have another match against Dreams Joseph. And here we go. We got Hathor taking first turn. Shields go up because he put that Fran to sleep. Josephine looking to get a strip onto the Viva Chill. Can he get a stun on top of it as well? And he does on top of that Hathor, and he stuns up that Viva as well.
So Viva's down for a bit. Dreams Joseph needs to capitalize on this and has that Vertihile that's moving soon. FALLPANDA's deciding, does he reckless, and decides instead not to.
Gets that defense break onto Vertihile, so Vertihile will be receiving a lot of damage from this Vanessa, but he's gonna try and keep this Vanessa back. Third skill strip, first skill possible stun, goes for the AoE stun, keeping everybody back on FALLPANDA's team.
A lot of turn cycling. That Vanessa is squishy. It is almost down here, and we're gonna see Dreams Joseph turn cycle that Vertihile. That Vanessa's gonna go down soon.
That's right, attack buffs coming up. This Water Monkey and that Josephine and this Vertihile gonna be applying a ton of damage to this Vanessa.
Yeah, and at this point here, Dreams Joseph, that skill 3 alter ego attack going in on this Vanessa. This Vanessa is going to drop.
That is gonna be it for Vanessa. No, Vanessa still holds on just a little bit. Vanessa's gonna get at least one more turn out here. Goes for a second skill. We saw her stun finally coming from the Molong, but of course it goes out. Josephine's passive proc, she's able to finish off that Vanessa.
That Vanessa was doomed from the start. This Viva Chow has not done anything this game, and this Molong has not been able to reckless assault anything. Dreams Joseph is going to be turn cycling. FALLPANDA's in a really, really tough spot here.
That's right. Dreams Joseph's taking full command of this match. Stuns are going out every turn against FALLPANDA. He can't get any traction in this match.
And Dreams Joseph is tunneling damage into this Viva Chow, tunneling his way into the America's Cup at the end of August. So we'll see if he keeps going and takes out this Viva Chow.
Yeah, that's right. Look for a first turn stun on a Hathor. He's able to proc out with the Viva. Goes for a second skill.
Forced to go defensive here, but that's not going to help him much. That Vertihile is going to give Dreams Joseph too much damage, too much turn cycling, and FALLPANDA's Viva Chow is going to fall very soon.
Yep, that's right. Water Monkey was able to strip off the immunity. Vertihile is looking to do more damage to that Viva Chill.
And the sleeps go down, but Josephine's passive is up, and that's more damage coming into this Viva Chow.
Yep, that's right. Josephine's passive always seems to be up here.
FALLPANDA needs to launch, but doesn't really have a good target. There are shields up. This is not going to do a ton of damage.
That's right. So he tried going for that reckless assault. You can see the desperation in FALLPANDA's choices now. Stun goes out on a Molong. Nothing is going well for him right now. Really needed to capitalize off that defense break. We're seeing a second skill stun going out onto Viva, able to file proc. I'm sorry, not file proc. And then he's going to continue focusing out.
At the same time, Dreams Joseph is isolating FALLPANDA's units. We're likely going to see Dreams Joseph in LA at the end of August.
That is very, very correct. And that's it for Molong. We just got Hathor here. There's the concede. drmzjoseph takes round 2 against FALLPANDA.
drmzjoseph is returning to the America's Cup this time in 2019. He's going there with Thompson. Did an amazing show, another 2-0. drmzjoseph, great job. Awesome show, FALLPANDA. Thank you for joining us here today. Everybody, make sure to fill out that survey while this match is over, while you still can, because we've got our 2 winners for the day. drmzjoseph moves forward. Now, I noticed there was a point where Vivichel went defensive, but could have set up for the kill on Josephine, the Water Paladin. Would that have changed anything in your opinion? Make it a bud.
I think it would not have changed anything. At that point, it was 3 versus 4 monsters. It was pretty much over. That would not have done much, and drmzjoseph was just cycling too many turns, too much damage with that Vertihile. It was over at that point.
It was a little too late. I definitely agree with that. And we saw something interesting with Joseph, who actually had a debate going on in his head about when to pick that Fran and that Vertihile, the Fire Vampire, and opted to take the Water Monkey King and the Josephine, the Water Paladin, a little early. Why was that?
I feel like he was trying to steal units from drmzjoseph. So when he was thinking about that, he was thinking like, wait, is Joseph going to be drafting this? I'm sorry, is FALLPANDA going to be drafting this? And he kind of fought with himself, and you can tell he was pulling a lot of units back, and he was showing, and he was bringing out more units after that. So he definitely was just trying to take some units from FALLPANDA.
All right, guys, so we've got the results of today's tournaments ready right now. Let's go ahead and take a look. Here's what we just saw, drmzjoseph versus Invictus in that Group A, the first losers match, before drmzjoseph with the only 2 O's of the tournament.
Yep.
Actually,
right.
Very impressive show.
Showing why he is the America's Cup winner from last year.
Yeah, he put on a great show then. I expect to see more of that in the America's Cup this year, too. Here's the results of what we just saw, drmzjoseph 2-0 against FALLPANDA. And that was the match that got him his ticket to the America's Cup. And here's the final bracket. We see Thompson and drmzjoseph made it all the way from the first match, all the way to the America's Cup on August 31st. Already preparing. Start packing your bags, guys. Well, maybe not yet. We still got a few weeks of group matches ahead of us. Again, this was Group A. We have Group B, C, and D going on every Saturday, same time, same place, so make sure that you're here with us then to watch all of those. Guys, we still have our highlights coming up here shortly as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at that as soon as we get the chance. And in the meantime, those are still being made in the background, so I've got kind of a weird question for you, Make It a Bud. So, how did you like the ban on the Ragdoll, the Dark Dragon Knight? Which is a weird question because it's not often that he's a contested, like there's anybody contesting that ban. There's a lot of burst damage on FALLPANDA's side, though.
I do like that ban on the Ragdoll because it provides a lot of volatility on the field. And at the same time, when you look at the burst from Molong, it's 70%, right?
Yeah.
It is not 100. The question is, can you finish off a unit that remaining 30% with whatever you have on your team? And I don't think so.
Yeah.
So I think that ban on Ragdoll is very solid. When in doubt, banning an LD unit generally is okay.
That's true. Yeah, that's why it's a weird question because drmzjoseph actually did an amazing job controlling that burst damage. He looked it dead in the eye and said, I'm not afraid of that. I'm just going to make sure that you don't take a turn. So he banned out the Ragdoll, which I think was an excellent choice.
Yeah, and you saw him turn cycling, abusing that Vertihile, taking 2 times the number of turns as FALLPANDA, basically. So that ban on Ragdoll absolutely being the correct ban there.
That's right. Turn cycling is king, and that's actually why that Vertihile, for me, was my MVP that game. Stoic, would you agree with that?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, being able to get all those turns out there. We've seen this with Diana as well. Like, every time they drafted Diana, being able to turn cycle and get so many turns, Diana proved herself in Group A. We saw so much Diana action, and we see Diana getting that additional proc to be able to get more turns after that. So, turn advantage is huge.
That's right. And the other thing we see, too, she also brings a huge element of sustain. When you're pushed up against that wall, you have a defensive option on the side. You can just give your team a whole bunch of HP.
And it's a lot of HP virtual health, as I like to call it. It's a lot of sustain there, but at the same time is susceptible to strip. So use wisely.
That's very true. We didn't see a whole lot of punishment for that. Guys, again, one more time, we still have a code coming up for you. Use this last chance while you can to fill out that survey, possibly get some cool in-game rewards as well from that raffle. So now that we've had all 5 of these matches, what was your favorite, Stoic?
I mean, it's honestly really cool to see FALLPANDA come back. So he got sent into the lower part of the loser bracket, and he won his match, 2-0. Right. Won his second match, 2-0. Advances onto America's Cup. So as cool it is to see Thompson moving forward, I think I really liked Joseph making his way back up there. Good for him, man.
Represent and say swag again, right?
I gotta represent,
Thompson.
say swag.
Always, always. I don't blame you for that. Make it a bud. How about you? Do you have a favorite?
I mean, my favorite is still that Thompson and Invictus matchup. Seeing them go back and forth, trading between a very heavy sustain team, Thompson with his trademark Artemel, that Gianna, those trademark LD units, and using them very effectively. I thought that was a great matchup to see a lot of interaction, and that could have gone anyway. So that was very fun for me to commentate and watch.
All right, Invictus with a great show. All these players put on a great show this entire tournament. It's been so much fun casting. We've got Thompson and drmzjoseph moving on to that America's Cup right now, guys. This has been an excellent tournament, and I've had a great time casting it with both of you, Stoic and Make It a Bud. Again, guys, we have that last coupon code coming up for you here, as well as a highlight reel as we say goodbye. Thank you for joining us here today. No? Oh, not yet. Not yet, actually. Not yet for that one. So, but thank you guys for all of this. We really appreciate you being here, and we can't wait to see you for the next few groups as well. Guys, looking forward at the next group, Thompson, drmzjoseph, we're actually going to be seeing a rematch from last year. Who do you expect to win after this?
I got to go with Thompson here. Thompson with the very varied pick ban, the Artemel, the Gianna, the Nephthys, a lot of toys, different directions from FALLPANDA, and Thompson with very solid runes and pick ban.
Let's go ahead and look ahead at what we've got waiting for you next week. There we go. So this is the Group B matches. You remember Tree and Fideo Lopez from the preliminaries, as well as Trakamu and JLN2. Already looking forward to that Tree and Fideo Lopez match right now, actually.
I think that's going to be a very fun one to watch. Tree is going to always has a lot of toys, and Fideo with the unconventional light cowgirl action. So we'll see who comes out on top there.
That's going to be next Saturday, but let's go ahead and look a little bit in the future. Group C, Tiger and Roman Fury. Wow. I can't wait to see that match already, actually.
That's a pretty tough bracket,
I can't wait to see that. That is a malicious versus say swag again matchup early on.
There we go.
Barian versus Silent after that.
And then we will see Barian, you know, such a hallmark to Summoner's War in general, and then Silent, another say swag again member. Both very good. I think we're going to see Group C is going to be a fun day.
That's going to be great. I'm already looking forward to that. Can't wait to see Roman Fury play Go Beyond plus Ultra. There we go. Group D. Topa V versus Truffle Salad and Faint Memory and Michael Yan. So how is Josh feeling about that?
Faint Memory's feeling great. He is confident as always. He fears no one. And so I think we will see fireworks in Group D here, and it's going to be Topa V, Faint Memory are the two favorites, and I think Truffle Salad also has a very good chance, showed some great play in the prelim, so we'll see maybe if he can steal a match from Topa V. And of course, Faint Memory very confident to move forward there.
And I think Faint Memory is actually watching this right now, right? Or at least he should be, so shout out to Faint Memory and everybody who might be watching right now. So there's what to look forward to, guys. We just wrapped up Group A, but we have a lot more groups ahead of us coming up. We got that highlight reel coming up shortly. It has been an amazing time, and we've got the final coupon code coming up here too. Awesome, there you go. So that's the coupon code. Make sure to take a photo like I've been doing throughout the course of the matches as well. Can't wait to see you guys for Group B. Stoic, Make It a Bud, thank you so much for commentating with me today. Loved it. You guys did such a good job. And thank you to everybody at home who spent their Saturday with us, and we can't wait to see you back here next week. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Take care, guys.
See you guys. Fortunate miss of the sleep onto the Fran.
Oh, that is right. No Fran. Oh, he's gonna finish us. Dropped here. Whoa, that was a big.
lot of damage coming out.
Yeah, that was a huge proc coming out there. You can see a lot of it continue pummeling that. Now to the revenge proc coming from Automel. He dropped that birdie deal.
Yeah, I'm not sure about
Skill. Putting on the Oki.
Zero right now to get through that.
Gauss is down. From the Verdio, this is going to be a multi. Yeah, that's right. That was a big strip on damage we're going to see from him. Oh, big stun goes out. We're going to see a ton of damage, and the despair stun goes down. Again, the reset comes. Second skill. Sweet Dreams goes out onto the Vita
being set up next, but instead he shoots.
Right, can he get the stun on a Hathor?
A giant proc because
Hathor be going for a strip onto the Viva. Really needs to land this, and he does get
attacked by the Vertical. Was full when the Diana key to do work.
Oh, double stun goes.
Safer round, go on the Shiho. Does go for the Shiho because this Viva Child does not have skills anymore.
No, we've got a stun coming out. Can he get the stun? Lands that stun onto.
And drmzjoseph does Vilepod and has a Water Monkey to follow up.
So that's the. There it is.
Now from Grove is going to fully get that all or nothing skill 2 up there.
Despair and Tars are not. Big first shit off.
He goes for it.
He went for it. Procs the passive. There it is.
And that all or nothing skill 2. Ooh, skill 1 does so much damage. In LA at the end of August.
That is very, very correct. And that's it for Molong. We just got Hathor here. There's the concede. drmzjoseph takes round 2 against FALLPANDA.
drmzjoseph is returning to the America's Cup, this time in 2019. He's going there.